Lord, the state calls the next witness, Constable Sizwe Skhumbuzo Zungu. As indicated yesterday, the witness name is not on the list.
Yeah. So the witness is.
Hi,
Senzo Meyiwa.
okay.
Please.
Okay, waphinde amagama. Ukhulumela ukuthi umuntu osenkantolo kuzo noFarmers.
Sizwe Skhumbuzo Zungu.
Uyimisele ukufunga ukuthi uzokhuluma iqiniso?
Yebo.
Ufunga ukuthi uzokusho la inkantolo izoweqiniso. Iqiniso lodwa liphelele. Uma kunjalo phakathi isandla sabo sokudla, phakathi isandla, Nkosi ngisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
Nkosi ngisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
The witness is on.
You may be seated if you want to, sir.
As the court, please, my lord, the witness is going to refer to Exhibit S.
Exhibit S.
Yes, Exhibit S. Mr. Zungu, what is your occupation?
Babu Zungu usebenza kuphi?
Police.
I am a police officer.
What is your rank?
Isikhundla sakho?
I'm a constable.
You constable.
How many years service do you have in the South African police?
12 years.
Neminyaka ewu-12 ngisemaphoyiseni.
To which division of the police are you attached?
Invisible policing.
Ngisebenza phansi kwayo-ke i-visible policing, kusho ukuthi amaphoyisa-ke abonakalayo.
At which station?
Sebenza SAPS.
Sebenza igama lendawo sebenza.
Sebenza SAPS.
Sebenza SAPS.
And where is that?
Ikuphi?
Ise side ngase-Edenville.
And the side of Edenville.
Do you know the accused before this court?
Abasolwa abaphambi kwale nkantolo uyabazi?
Yebo ngiyabazi.
Yes, I know them.
Can you just briefly state as to how you know them?
Awusho nje kafishane-ke ukuthi ubazi kanjani?
Umuzi ngiyamazi, umakhelwane wami wasekhaya.
Ubani?
Umuzi.
I know Muzi. He is my neighbor. My neighbor back home.
If you say Muzi, which accused are you referring
Uma
to?
ukhuluma ngoMuzi, ukhuluma ngamuphi umsolo?
Accused number 1.
Umsolo wokuqala.
Yeah, just refer to them in their numbers just to avoid confusion.
Sicela ke ubabize kanjalo-ke namanamba abo-ke ukuthi umsolo number 1, number. Yebo, singaqhubeka-ke.
Yes.
Mafika, accused number 2.
Mafika, accused number 2.
Gadla, accused number 3.
Gadla, accused number 3.
And accused number 2, how do you know him, or from where do you know him?
Accused number 2 yena-ke umazi kanjani noma umazela kuphi?
Ngimazela khona naye ngasekhaya.
I also know him from back home.
And where is that?
Ikuphi lapha?
Ngithi kwanongoma Sosuthu.
KwaNongoma, but I would say Sosuthu.
Yes, you may proceed.
Singaqhubeka-ke.
Ube uGadla.
It is Gaza,
And it's
Yes. Accused number 3.
And where do you know him from?
Umazela kuphi yena?
Yena ngimbone la ikhona isikhathi esiningi.
I saw him for most of the time here in Gauteng.
Ngalo umbona ngibone Vosloorus.
But the first time when I saw but when I saw him for the first time, I saw him in Vosloorus.
Yes,
Singaqhubeka?
proceed.
Thokozisi naye Khumbula Vosloorus and Khumbula Makhaya.
And then it is Mthokozisi. I also remember him from Vosloorus, but not from back home.
And his accused number?
Number bani na?
4.
Number 4.
Yes.
Yebo.
Kani
Then it's Nkani.
naye ngicabanga ukuthi ngambona eVosloorus.
I also think I saw him in Vosloorus.
And his accused number?
What's again?
Number 5.
Number 5.
Is that correct that on the 26th of October 2014, a certain incident occurred which led to you coming to court to testify today?
Ingabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi zi-26 October 2014 kunesigameko esenzeka esiholele ekuthini ke ube la enkantolo uzofakaza namuhla?
Yebo kuyiqiniso.
Yes, that is true.
Can you tell the court in your own words what happened on the day?
Ngitshela lenkantolo ke ukuthi yini eyenzeka ngalelo langa.
Uma ngikhumbula kahle ekuseni ngathola i-call from uGwabini okuyindodana wami kodwa uzayokuba ubhuti wami.
Sorry. If I remember well, I received a call in the morning from Gwabini, who is my son, but is my brother's son. Yebo.
What is his surname?
Ubani isibongo sakho Gwabini? Zungu.
Yes. And where does he stay?
Uhlala kuphi nendawo yena?
Uhlala eVosloorus.
In Vosloorus.
Where in Vosloorus?
Vosloorus.
Lesotho hostel.
Sutu hostel.
Yes, you may proceed.
Maqhubeka.
Wathi mayimfonela wangibiza wathi ngingakhona yini ukuthi ngifike eVosloorus.
Upon
omunye naye isihlobo salethi
is also a relative of ours.
What is her name?
Ubani isibongo sakho? Zungu. I went there and I found him.
sadla
We sat there and we ate.
and then uGwabini wayefona ngaleso sikhathi
And then Gwabini phoned or called at that time,
ebuza ukuthi sikuphi.
asking about our whereabouts.
Then sabe sinjalo siyeza
Informed Gwabini that we were on our way.
uma ngikhumbula kahle sabe siya eVosloorus akukho engayakhona ngaphandle kusuka
If I remember well, we then went to Vosloorus. There's no other place where we went to when we departed from there.
Yeah, where in Vosloorus?
Kuphi nendawo eVoslo?
ehostela
At the hostel,
Yes, which one?
Sutu hostel.
What time did you arrive there?
Nafika sikhathi sini khona lapho?
uma ngikhumbula kahle ngeke ngisho isikhathi straight ngoba ngisakhumbula kahle kodwa ngicabanga ngokuyikhathi zabo 2 to 3
Between 2 and 3, I won't be able to remember the exact time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Proceed.
ngani mangifika ngafika sahlala noGwabini okwakulabanye futhi bangasemakhaya ababekhona endlini ngaphakathi
Upon arrival there, we sat, myself, the likes of Gwabini. There were others as well from back home.
Yes, just a minute.
then
Just a minute. Now, if you say you said, where did you sit?
Uma uthi nahlala kuphi?
ehostela ngaphakathi uma ungena ehostela kunendawo la ingathi ikhishi
Inside the hostel, upon entering the hostel, there is an area that's like, sort of like a kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
sithima sihleli
And does it belong to a specific person where you were seated, or is it just part of the common area in the hostel.
lana nihlezi khona indawo ongathi yomuntu othize noma indawo nje kuyingxenye ye-hostel leyo noma ungathi indawo yomuntu othize ibhilonga kumuntu othize.
Angazi ihostel akhambe ngale ndlela ukuthi mhlawumbe kuye kube indawo ohlala kuyo bese kuba amakamero maybe alaba abahlala ngaphakathi block.
The manner in which the hostel is, there are bedrooms of those or belonging to those that stay there in the hostel.
Yes.
Yebo.
Sahlala ngoba
Yes,
ngizwe
but-
namakhosi onke.
Sorry, the area where you're staying, does it belong to a specific person or is it just a common area?
Le ndawo angithi uthi nafika nahlala kule ndawo ongathi ikhishi. Ungathi indawo yomuntu othize noma indawo eyingxenye yalapho e-hostel.
Ngicabanga ukuthi indawo yabo bonke abahlala ngakhona phakathi.
I think it belongs to everyone who stays in there.
Yes.
Emva kwalokho ngoba ngifike namakhosi onke wabe sengitshela uphethe ibhodlela le-Jameson wayengishitshelile vele efoni sabe sesihlala phansi-ke ngisahleli lapho sabe siphuza nje
Okay.
sadlama.
Okay. As we sat there, and then Makosonga informed me that he had a bottle of Jameson. He had informed me before when we spoke over the phone. We sat there, we drank, and we ate meat.
You mentioned that there were other people from back home. Who were those people?
Ushilo ukuthi nanjengoba nanihlezi khona lapho kwakukhona nabanye basemakhaya. Kwakuwobani bona?
Uma ngikhumbula kahle babe baningi kakhulu kodwa umuzi wayekhona.
There were many of them, but Muzi was there.
Yeah, just refer to them as in numbers, just to
Okay.
avoid.
Ucela ubabiza ngamanamba abo la enkantolo.
Okay. Accused number 1 wayekhona.
Accused number 1 was there.
Accused number 2 wayekhona.
Accused number 2 was there.
Accused number 3 wayekhona.
Accused number 3 was there.
Accused number 5 wayekhona kusafika.
Accused number 5 was there upon my arrival.
Yes, you may proceed.
Usungaqhubeka.
So accused number 1, 2, 3 and 5.
The witness is just confirming that he said accused 1, 2, 3 and 5.
Yes.
Yebo.
Emva kwalokho sahlala kwakumnandi kakhulu sasidla inyama eningi kakhulu.
After that, we said, and after that, it was very nice. We were having very much fun, and we had a lot of meat.
Uma ngikhumbula kahle ukwabini abanye ngasabakhumbuli ngoba bengahlali emakhaya bengihlala kwenye indawo. Abanye bayengikhumbuza bona ukuthi uyabona ubo igama kalo ubani lona ubani.
Okay. Because I couldn't remember all of them because I wasn't staying in the villages back home. I was staying somewhere else. Wabini would then remind me, this is so and so. This one's name is so and so.
Ngikhumbula kahle omunye angikhumbuza yena kwaba uGadla noma Fika kodwa umuntu engangimazi engangathi mazi kahle kwaku umuzi kuphela.
Okay. If I remember well, the person or the people that he reminded me of was Gadla and Mafika. But the person that I knew very well was Muzi.
Yes. Once again, if I can just ask you to refer to them by their numbers.
Sorry, just to simplify it for him. When you mention the person's name, if he's here, you must say Ratama Kwateng accused number 2.
Okay.
Are you with me? Because that's how his train of thought is made up.
So ukuthi uma ungalibiza ke igama umusuya uyangeza ukuthi umsola wesingaki.
Okay.
Understood now.
Yes.
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi nomsolo wesi5
Yeah, just start all over again.
ngiyakhumbula ukuthi nomsolo wesi5 wafika wangichazela futhi kwani ukuthi ubani.
Okay. I also remember that accused number 5 arrived and Kwabeni informed me as to who he was.
Yes. Yes, but if you can just go back a few steps, you said Gwabeni reminded you of certain persons, just mention the name and the number of the accused.
Cela ubuyele emuva kancane ke usushilo ukuthi uGwabeni wachazela ukuthi ubani wena wabiza amagama uthi uqala nje usho la magama ube la usuwashilo ngaphambilini usho amagama ubese usho ukuthi unumber bani.
Okay. Accused number 5 ngicabanga ukuthi unkani. Bengimazi ukuthi wakazungu.
Ngokwa?
Wakazungu.
Okay. Accused number 5, I knew him as Nkani, or said that he was Nkani, but I knew him as being from Zungu at the time, or as being a Zungu. Yebo?
Yes, you mentioned Gadla and Mafika. Just mention their numbers.
Ubusukhulumileke ngoGadla noMafika. Sicela usho amanamba abo ukuthi bawo number bani.
Accused number 2 Mafika. Accused number 3 Gadla.
Accused number 2 is Mafika. Accused number 3 is Gadla.
Accused number 5 Nkani.
Accused 5 is Nkani.
Yes, you may proceed.
Usungakhulukali.
Engikukhumbulayo kunye sathi sisahleli nje accused number 5 kwabe secela ukuthi wathuma omunye wabafana basendaweni ukuthi ngimreversele because ngambhake umva kwakhe.
Okay. Whilst we were seated, accused number 5 then requested a certain gentleman to ask me to just give way because I was parked right behind him so that I could just reverse.
Ngabe sengenza njalo ngabuyela ngaphakathi futhi.
I did that and I went back inside.
Did you see what vehicle accused number 5 was driving on the day?
Ingabe wayibona imoto ayihamba ngayo ngalelo langa umsolo wesihlanu?
Yebo.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yebo.
What type of vehicle was it driving?
Imoto enjani?
It was a Polo, a grey,
A grey Polo,
a hatchback.
hatchback.
Yes, you may proceed.
Yebo, usungaqhubeka.
Sahlala ke kwaxoxa kumnandi ngithi ingoma.
We sat there, we're having a conversation, we were also singing and drinking.
And the meat.
Yes.
Yebo.
Sahlala isigameko kwesinye ngesikhumbulayo sathi sahleli lapho kwafika isikhathi sokuthi ngesikhathi kuphumile unkani sahleli nabanye sabe sesiphuma ngenye imoto ubutshwala bangekho.
Okay. The other incident that I remember, it was at a time when Nkani had already left. We were seated there with the others and we had now run out of liquor.
Then saphuma uno ngicabanga red ayibovu.
And we drove a Uno that I think was red.
That's right.
If you say we, who are you referring to?
Uma uthi sa ukhuluma ngobani?
Uma ngikhumbula ngaphuma noma accused number 2 wafika accused number 3 and abanye ngicabanga ukuthi kwaku-driver wemoto nomunye futhi.
If I remember correctly, it was accused number 2, number 3, and the others, and the other one was the driver of the vehicle.
Saphuma saya e-Tops ngicabanga kune-shopping center complex la saphuma saya khona.
We went to Tops. There was a certain shopping center there.
Abanye bafika bathenga mangikhumbula kahle bathenga utshwala.
The others, if I remember well, they bought liquor.
Sabe sesibuya sabuya.
We then went back to the hostel.
Just a minute. Now, how many were you all in all who went to purchase alcohol?
Nani bangaki abahamba bayothenga utshwala?
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi sasu-5.
I remember that.
Umuntu sasi-12.
I remember that we were 5 because the car was full.
I just want to show you certain photos. if you can use those photos to illustrate your evidence. It's Exhibit S, photo 47 and 48. I'm sorry, pages 47 and 48. Yes, you can also look at the screen if you want to. Can you just explain your evidence using those photos?
Kuloko qeda ukushoka uma ungasebenzisa le ntombi embili ku-47 kanye no-48.
Ngiyaqinisekisa ukuthi imoto esasihamba ngayo
I can confirm that that's the vehicle that we were traveling in.
On which page?
47.
47.
Yes.
Yebo.
kuyo le picture ngicabanga ukuthi yimilo.
On this picture, the witness pointing to photo 47, the person that is cut, that doesn't appear, says, I think that's me.
You can use the laser to indicate there on there.
Loko qeda ukusho manje la angithi abakuboni. Sicela ukhombeze la.
Switch on the laser.
Uzopressa kodwa.
Ngicabanga ukuthi yimilo vela kancane. Yeah.
Just press.
Pressa la. Yes. I think that's me appearing there. Nyabona.
And the others, are you able to recognize them?
Abanye laba bona uyabazi?
Ngiyamazi kodwa accuse number 3.
I know them, but I choose number 3.
Which one is accused number 3?
Komba la. Ubani number 3. Just pointing on the photo.
Yes. Is it the only person that you recognize?
Uyena phela mazi.
Uyena engimkhumbulayo kodwa mangikhumbula lo ngasho ukuthi mafika.
He's the one that I can remember, but I'll pin to come full, but this one is Mafika. The witness pointing to the person with the cap on.
And its accused number?
So that was not
Number 2.
number 2. Although he's not, you can't see him clearly.
Yes, page 48.
48.
Ngicabanga ukuthi accuse number 3.
I think it's accused number 3. So come back.
Is there a date on the photo?
Kunedate ekhona lapha esithombeni.
Yebo.
Yes,
What is the date?
it's in the date.
2014 10/26 October 2014.
It's the 10th of October 2014.
And the previous photo on page 47, the day then?
26 October 2014.
26 October 2014.
And on photo, on page 48, do you recognize anyone there? On page 48?
Ubani amaziyo lapha khona amaziyo 48.
Accused number 3.
I think it's accused number 3.
And what was the occasion there as per photo on page 48?
La ku 48 ke mathi ke i-occasion kwakuyini? I have no idea.
Referring to that one on page 48.
Ukhuluma ngale sesithombe.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. As you may continue, returned from buying alcohol, what happened?
Usungaqhubeka ke uthi nabuya ke uyothenga utshwala kwasebenzekani?
Kuningi engathi akukho kuthini ngaphandle kokusasigida bomnandi.
Okay. There's nothing much except that we were just having a day dancing to a song and we were just having fun.
We just want to refer you again to the photos, page 12 of Exhibit S. Do you recognize the person on page 12?
We must go to page 12. Yes.
Yes, who is it?
One.
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
Is there a date on the photo?
Yeah, date according to me.
Yebo.
Yes.
Yes, what is the date?
26 October 2014.
It was on the 26th of October 2014.
Page 17. Do you recognize anyone on the photos per page 17?
Khona umaziyo la ku page 17.
Bobabili lathu accused number 3 no accused number 5.
Both of them, accused number 3 and accused number 5.
Is there a date on the photo?
Kuna date ekhona ke esithomeni.
Yebo.
Yes.
Yes, what is the date?
26 October 2014.
26 October 2014.
Photo 20. Sorry, page 20. Do you recognize anyone in the photo?
Khona umaziyo kulesi sithombe.
Accused number 4.
Accused number 4.
Which one is accused number 4? You can use the laser.
Umuphi accused number 4?
Page 21.
21.
Yes, do you recognize anyone there?
Khona umaziyo lapho kulesi sithombe lesi.
Accused number 4.
Accused number 4.
Thank you. You may then proceed.
Usungaqhubeka.
Uma ngikhumbula kahle kwathi kuba ikhathi zalithi zantambama mangicabanga ngabo from 8:30 to 9:30.
Okay, if I remember well, later that day, between 8:30 and 9:30,
Ngangihleli khona ngaphakathi the hostel.
I was seated inside the hostel.
Ngangihleli
Where?
Kuphi nendawo?
should mangihleli ngabo right ngibheke ngasemnyango.
I was seated on the right, facing the door,
Yes, where? At which place?
Kwi-main room.
in the main room.
But is it in the common area of the hostel or does it belong to a specific person?
Ungathi kwakuyindawo yomuntu wonke okanye indawo yomuntu othize?
Common area.
The common area.
Yes.
Yebo.
Kwase kuntamba emnyamanyana.
It was late in the afternoon, it was dark. Yebo.
One then accused number 1, number 2, number 3.
I choose number 1, 2, and 3 came in following each other.
Babetshengisa bathukile ngoba babeshesha beya erumini likakwabini.
It was quite clear, or they were showing that they were in shock and they were fast going towards Kwabini's room.
Ngabe sengisukuma sengibalandela
I stood up and followed them.
ngathi mangena ngaphakathi mina ngakwabini kwabe sekucisha ilight.
When I went inside Kwabini's room, the light went off.
Yeah, just a minute.
Sorry, I know the concept is the same. Mase ngena in room, right? Was a good pressure in light. Okay, when you interpret, you say the light went off. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yes,
The concept is slightly nuanced. Like the light just went off. He's saying was a good pressure in light. Mr. Jonas?
Kwase
Kwasekucishwa ilight.
That's
Okay,
it.
I missed the W, my lord.
No,
I missed it.
no, it's okay.
I missed the W.
Yes. So just put it on records.
The witness says Kwase, then the light was switched off.
Yes.
It's the W that I missed. My apologies.
No, it's just...
Who switched off the light?
Ubani owacisha ilight.
Anginalwazi kodwa ngasengaphakathi noma ingacishanga ukuthi iyacisha phinde wayikhanyisa ukwabini wabe sengitshela ukuthi le light iyahlupha.
Okay. I don't know as to who switched it off, but I was already inside when it was switched off, and then Kwabini switched it on again and said that this light is giving problems.
Yes. Yeah, just before you proceed, you mentioned earlier on that you're all seated with the accused that you've mentioned in the common room. What happened thereafter?
Masingabuyela nje emuva ke ushilo ukuthi ohlezi ke nabo ke abasoka laphana kuya common room kuya room leyana ke ihlala wonke umuntu yini ke eyaseyenzeka emuva kwalokho.
You said you saw them coming back. What happened in between?
Uthi wababona masebebuya kodwa maphakathi nalapho nje yini eyenzeka.
Kuningi kwakwenzeka abanye babephuma abanye bengena kwakubhizi.
A lot was happening. Others would be going out, others would be coming in. It was just busy.
Yes.
Ngaphambi kwalokho mina mangifika ngafika ngabeka isibhamu sami ekamereni kakwabini.
And just before that, upon my arrival, I placed my firearm in Kwabini's room.
And my bag.
Kanye nesikhwama sami and my bag.
Yes. But just before you saw them coming and following each other, when last did you see them?
Kodwa ke ngaphambilini kokuthi ubaboneke bengena belandelelana ke ugcine nini ubabona phambi kwalokho phambi kokuthi ubabone besebebuya manje belandelelana ugcine nini phambi kwalokho ubabona? For some time, although I won't be able to recall, but it was for quite some time.
Yes, you may proceed. Say
Mangena ngaphakathi.
the light was switched off, yes.
Yakhanyiswa futhi light.
When I went in and the light was switched on again,
Should light yakho mayisitsha off yayingathi kwaba dark for that time. Wasilungiswa kwamina.
When the light was switched off, it was dark for that time, and then Gwabini fixed it.
Ngaphakathi kwakukhona umuzi.
Sorry, if you say he fixed it, what do you mean?
Uma uthi wayilungisa uGwabini kusho ukuthini?
Akalilungisa ukuthi alifix should light yakhona ngasho ukuthi lapha yawe ngathi yakusha nathi yenza ube off.
Not that he literally fixed it, but it's sort of like the light is falling off or it switches off. Yebo.
Ngathi mangena ngaphakathi ngoba ngathi ngaphakathi ngoba ngibalandela.
When I was right inside, because I was already inside, because I was following right behind them. Yebo.
Ngathi mangena ngafika ngama ngaphambili. Ugadla wami ngapha kwami, ngama phakathi kwabo, umuzi wami ngapha kwami.
Okay. When I came in there, and Gadla was on the other side of me, and then Muzi was on this side of me.
Just a minute. Yes. Just remember to mention the names. Yes. If you say Gadla, who are you referring to?
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
Yes, Muzi.
Muzi.
Accused number 1.
Accused number 1.
And Mafiga accused number 3.
And Mafiga accused number 3.
Ngathi mangibabheka bobabili uMuzi noGadla babephethe ibhamu. Mafika kuphela ongasiphethe isibhamu.
When I looked at them, both Gadla and Muzi were carrying firearms or in possession of firearms. Mafiga was the only one who was not having a firearm.
Yes, just once again, please refer to their numbers. There's
Accused
Gadla.
number 1 and accused number 3.
Accused number 1 and accused number 3.
Accused number 1 uyiphethe isibhamu social 38.
Accused number 1 was carrying a firearm of a 38 revolver.
And accused number 3 was having a 9mm.
Accused number 3 was in possession of a 9mm.
Ngabe sengifika sengibuza uGwabini because uGwabini wayesendlini.
I then inquired from Gwabini because Gwabini was already inside the house.
Ngabe sengibuza esami isibhamu.
I then asked him about my firearm.
Wabe senginikeza sona.
He gave it to me.
Shodwa wabe segoba ngalesi usithatha.
He just bent on the other side and took it
Wanginika sona.
and gave it to me.
Ngabe sengilisa magazine.
I then released the magazine.
Ngazivula.
Your firearm, what type of firearm was it?
It's a 9mm Z88 pistol.
Esami ke 9mm Z88.
Is it the personal firearm or work issued firearm?
Esakho noma esomsebenzi.
It's a work issued firearm.
Esingasinikeza emsebenzini.
Yes.
Yebo.
Ngabe sengisinuka ngoba ngambona ukuthi kuna something suspicious la phakathi.
I then smelled it because I could now see that there was something suspicious inside here.
You smelled what?
The firearm.
Which one?
Esami lesengasinu.
Ngabe sengisifaka kimi ngabe sengiqala kubabuza ukuthi ngathatha i38 kuMuzi ngayibheka.
Okay. I then placed it in my possession, and then I took the 38 special from Muzi and looked at it.
Yes, once again, accused number?
1.
Number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ngendlela kwakwenzeke ngakhona ngathi lezi ibhamu babeyinikeza uGwabini.
The manner in which I saw it, what was happening, they were handing these firearms over to Gwabini.
Ngabe sengimbuza uGwabini ukuthi why ukhipha ibhamu ehostel ukuthi again.
I then asked Gwabini, why is it that you are issuing out or you are giving out firearms at the hostel again?
Uphatha izibhamu shothi why eba nesibhamu shothi 38 angimazi ukuthi silahlekile.
Right. Okay. The witness is just correcting something, my lord. Why are you having firearms again? Because I was I knew. Let me say, I knew that the 38 was lost. Yeah. And then he said to me, "It's not that one." I then carried on because I could now pick up or see that something wasn't going well.
Okay. Yes, what made you suspicious?
indlela abangena ngakhona befonda erumini lukagwabini uma ngifika futhi lapha erumini baphethe ibhango and before ngene kwaba khona wathi nangibabomncane.
Okay. It's the manner in which they came in. They then went to Kwabini's room, and as I walked in, or as I came into the room, others said, "Here is the uncle, Babomncane."
Yes, you may proceed.
Mafika wabe sephuma ngoba ngathi wangizokuthetha wabe sephuma ndlela phambi kwami waphuma.
Mafika then went out because wabuzwa. Okay, because he heard me shouting at Gwabini, and then he came out. He walked out in front of me.
And Mafika is again accused.
Accused number 2. Accused number 2.
And why were you shouting?
Kwakuyini imbangela ukuthi uthethise uGwabini?
Ngibathethisela ibhango because ngangazi ukuthi shooting ngaphambilini wakangitshela ukuthi yazi ngangazi ukuthi baphathe ibhango ngathi mina why hlala uphethe ibhango ehostel.
Okay. It was because they were in possession of a firearm, and I was asking him, why is it that at the hostel you are carrying firearms or you are having firearms?
Wabe sengiphendula futhi ukuthi nawe babomncane sakho ngithe sibeke la ngoba bengingafuni ukuphatha ibhango.
He then responded to me by saying, "Uncle, I also told you to place your firearm here because I didn't want all of you to be in possession of firearms."
Ngabe sengimkhola kodwa ngangibona ukuthi ukusho lokho ngoba enza lokho ngoba lethi wabe seyithatha lezi ibhango futhi kubani ethi yathatha lezi ibhango.
I believed him, but I also thought that he was just saying this because he was doing this, and then that's when he said, "Bring this fire or give these firearms here."
Ngaqhubeka ngathetha ngithethisa yena.
I carried on and shouting at him.
Kwathi kusenjalo kwabe ngizwa umnyango suvuleka ngemuva.
Still at that, and then at the door opening behind me.
Wabe sengingena accused number 5.
Accused number 5 came in.
Thank you. Are you going to call Gwabini?
We're still considering our options,
Okay,
as far as that is concerned.
So you're saying
Yes.
he mustn't leave?
Then yes, my lord.
Okay.
Then he say it should not be.
Okay.
As a court pleases. You said you left with accused number 4 and other people. How many other people?
Muzi.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Muzi. Yes.
Muzi.
It's Muzi.
Abanye abayi-2
Other 2.
and uGwabini weza
Just once again, Muzi accused number?
1
That's number 1. Uthi uGwabini wenzani?
weza naye wathi uzohamba nathi uzojula egate.
Gwabini also came and said that he was gonna just walk with us and then turn around at the gate.
Yeah, just this court.
Yes.
Just to place it on record that I will not entertain the hearsay. I'm not going to take it into consideration.
As a court pleases.
All the hearsay.
As a court
So that
pleases.
it mustn't be said that I incorporated it into my judgment if I ever write one.
That's a good basis. Yes. What happened further?
Kwasekwenzekani-ke?
emva kwalokho sabe sesihamba wathi sophuma wafika ugwabeni wadilika egeyithini wakhuluma nabanye wakunegate emile wakhuluma nabo
We then went and up to the gate, and then at the gate, that's where Kwabini then spoke to some others that were in a taxi. I spoke to them. Yeah? Uthe wakhuluma nabo, ngakhuluma nabo. Okay.
yena wakhuluma nabo
Okay. The witness is correcting that no, I did. That is referring to himself. I didn't speak to him, but Kwabini spoke to them.
Yes. What happened further?
Kwasekwenzekani-ke?
emva kwalokho ngabe sengishiya umuzi cishe kwezinye ibhadi ngaphakathi wabe sengitshengisa uhlala ngakuphi ngamshiya lapho
I then left, and then I also dropped a muzi in some streets inside there. He pointed out to me as to where he was staying.
And that's accused number.
accused number 1
So,
Where did you drop off accused number 1 exactly?
ikuphi lapho mshiya khona?
noma ngakhumbuli kodwa kungaphandle kwe-hostel
Although I can't remember, but it is outside the hostel.
nomunye futhi wabe sethi naye uhlala somewhere naye ngamshiya khona lapho endleleni
There's another one who also said he's staying around there. I also dropped that person along the road.
then ngabe sehamba noyi-1
I then left with one.
engamshiya e-engine garage P91
Who I left at, or I dropped at the engine garage P91.
Yes.
Yeah.
emva kwalokho ngathi mangifika mangikhumbula kahle ngani mangifika ithembisa afike ngalala kwasebusuku vele
After that, when I arrived in Tembisa, I slept because it was already at night.
kwaba ilanga elilandelayo
Then
Monday
it was then the following day, which was the Monday.
then emva kwalokho ngabe sengiyibona lento kumedia
And then after, I then saw this thing on media.
but angithathelanga enhloko yami like ukuthi denzeke kodwa ngayibona lento bebeyikhuluma iyiqiniso
But I didn't take much note of it or take it seriously. But I then noticed that what they were saying was true.
Now, if you say you saw this thing on the media, what do you mean?
Usho ukuthini uma uthi wayibona kwi-media le nto?
like ku-TV kwakukhulunywa ngayo manje ukuthi Senzo Meyiwa has been killed Vosloorus
It was being spoken about on TV that Senzo Meyiwa had been killed in Vosloorus.
then akukho ngangingakusho ngoba ngangakubonanga kwenzeka
There's nothing I could say because I didn't see it happening.
but ngakubona ukuthi lokhu bebekusho shuthi kube kweyiqiniso ukuthi babekholeni
But I then noticed or saw that which they said was true. But as to where they got it from, I didn't know.
That which they said, what do you mean?
Uma uthi lokho ababekusho usho ukuthini?
uma umuzi ekhulume elizolo ebusuku before Sunday ukuthi nizwile ukuthi uMeyiwa kasekho
When Moses said it the previous night that, have you heard that Meyiwa is no more?
Is Moses accused?
accused number 1
So there was that.
Yes.
Yeah.
then kwabe sekuba ilanga elilandelayo kwakuyingesibili
It was then the following day, I think it was the Tuesday.
kwenye ama-newspaper ngabe sengibuka iy'thombe zazikhona
In one of the newspapers, I looked at the pictures that were there.
njengoba ngangiyifunda le newspaper ngezwa ukuthi abasolwa bangenele ababili
As I read it, I saw that it was alleged, or it was said that there were two suspects that came in. The other one, Yebo,
omunye begqoke into emnyama,
The other one was wearing something black.
omunye ebenamadread,
The other one had dreadlocks.
Just a minute.
then emva kwalokho ngabe sengibuyisa laba abantu ngibabonile.
Thereafter, it then came back to me that I saw these people.
Kodwa ngithathela ngafuthi ekhanda ngabe sengitshela nje ukuthi mhlawumbe into engibuke yandlula.
I then, once again, didn't take it seriously. I just thought that it's just something that I saw and it just passed.
If you say you saw these people, what do you mean?
Uma uthi, ngasebona ukuthi laba bantu ngibabonile, usho ukuthini?
Ngendlela uma ubuka kulesithombe mangicabanga ukuthi newspaper engangiyibuka kwakuney'thombe lapha phansi.
I'm referring to the newspaper. As I was looking at the newspaper, and there were also pictures at the bottom, photos at the bottom.
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi Mafika wayegqoke ihood black.
I remember that Mafika was wearing a black hoodie.
Yes, Mafika.
Mafika,
Accused number 2.
choose number 2.
And uMafika wayishintsha le hood mangikhuluma naye.
And when I spoke to him,
Angikhulumanga naye ngesikhathi ngise-hostel.
that Mafika had changed this hoodie whilst I was at the hostel.
And lokho kwangenza ukuthi ngibe nokusola kodwa kwangangithi lapho.
But that made me to be suspicious, but it didn't take me anywhere.
You mentioned that according to the report in the newspaper, one had dreadlocks. Just elaborate on that.
Awusho-ke awuchaze-ke uthi kwabhaliwe ngelo phepha ukuthi omunye wayenama-dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks, omunye wayenama-dreadlocks ene-gold teeth.
Dreadlocks, gold teeth.
Yes.
Stashes.
The witness pointing here right at the top of this is a mustache. A mustache.
Ngendlela engabona ngakhona accused number 2. Ngibuka kunginikeza isithombe sokuthi uyafana nalo muntu engibuka lapha. Noma engafani exactly kodwa i-description yakhe.
And that made me to look at the choose number 2 and say, but this person that is being described here resembles him, although I wouldn't say that exactly, but the description here resembles him.
Yeah, which description?
You put a description there. The witness pointing to
Stashes
the mustache,
and ne-hoodie the way ayigqoke ngakhona.
the hoodie, the manner in which he was wearing it,
And the way ukuthi wayishintsha ngaphakathi.
and the manner in which he had changed it inside.
Kwangenza ngibuke nje laba bantu ngibabonile kodwa ukuthi ngibabonile.
That made me to then say that, but I saw these people, but as to where I saw them,
Then ngabe sengiphuma
Yes, but just as far as the person with dreadlocks is concerned, what was your recollection?
manje-ke uma sekhulunywa-ke ngalona wama-dreadlocks, yini owayikhumbula?
uma kusaqala mangakhumbula because mangikhumbula ngaphakathi grade day 1 ngambona kodwa mase ngibuka kwabe usungibuza nogadla ngeke
Okay. When I looked at it at that time, it was not only one person who had dreadlocks inside, but then it came back to me, but at the time, Gadla also had the dreadlocks.
akagadla amaka dread wayiwa ayinga futhi ayinga the way ngibuke ngakhona isithombe ayivulekile so
And the manner in which...
so so
Okay, and the manner in which I looked at Gadla's dreadlocks in the photo, they were like in open.
ayi shuthi ayingafasiwe ayingaqhiniwe
They were not tightened, my lord.
ngalesi kodwa ugadla wakhe ayiqhinile manje la kwakungimangaza lo udrawile ukuthi hayi angibanga kufika ngisithombe sokuthi uyini.
The witness is indicating that the ones that were on the newspaper, those ones they were loose, but Gadla's dreadlocks were tight, my lord.
So akwenza ukuthi mhlambe ngile kuye kuthi uye or
That made me not then to put emphasis on him that it was him or.
Who is Gadla?
Ubani uGadla?
accused number 3.
Accused Msola wesithathu.
See.
Yes, you may proceed.
Correct.
Then emva kwalokho insube ihamba ngezwa ukuthi uminister utaske abathize ukuthi be-investigate lezi daba emva kwalokho.
And as days went on, I then heard that the minister had tasked certain people to investigate this matter. Yebo.
Just a minute. Now, during cross-examination, my colleagues referred to the identikit by Warrant Officer Steenkamp, which we're going to show to you now.
Sorry. Has it been shown that identikit is common cause? Are you with me?
As
Malloy, is it common
yes,
cause?
yes. Well, it was used by my friends.
Yeah, meaning the accused
Yes.
and their counsels are aware of it.
Yes.
Okay,
They are the ones who refer to it.
Okay.
What is your comment as far as the identity kit is concerned?
Mayelana nale identikit uthini? Ngasho uthini ngapha uthini?
Angeke ngikwazi ukuphawula.
I'll be able to comment about it.
No comment. Yes, sir.
I just want to follow the line that my colleague is pursuing. He says it is common cause.
Aye, he never said that. I said that. I said that. Mr. Baloyi, did you say it's common cause?
And then he confirmed what the court said.
Yeah, okay, fine. You can say that you confirmed it, but I asked and said it. Okay.
It's not common cause.
It's not common cause.
It's not common cause.
Mr. Baloyi.
We say my colleagues refer to the sketch, and we're referring to the very same sketch or identikit that they referred to.
Yeah, but when I say common cause, I mean
Yes.
it has been disclosed
Yes.
in the papers which the accused and their counsel were
Yes.
given from the docket.
Yes.
So they have it.
Yes.
That's what I mean in court when I say it's common cause. That's him goes.
As a court cases.
He's very alleging that my colleagues also in cross-examination of Steenkamp also refer to this photo. I personally did not refer to it. I don't know about my colleagues.
Well, in the cross-examination of Thokozisi and as well as
Sorry,
Tumelo.
so that you save time.
Yes.
So that you save time. Is it correct that you have Staines' identity kit?
Excuse me,
Staines. He's the one who drew that.
Steenkamp.
Steenkamp's identity kit. You have it.
yes, I do.
Right.
Yes.
And I can recall during cross-examination that it was put, for instance, I think to one of the witnesses, is it Tumelo, that after Steenkamp made remarks that he interviewed them, but the description he gave them does not accord with other descriptions which were given by other of the persons he drew this identity kit of. You remember that piece of evidence? Mr. Just stand up, sir. Do you remember that piece of evidence?
As the court pleases, madam.
Do you remember it?
I do remember
Yes, but it
aspects
was
of that
put that
cross-examination.
one of the witnesses contradicted another witness regarding the sketches, which were identity kits which were drawn by Steenkamp. And this was referred to Zandile. Which Zandile said, this person looked like this and like this. And Tumishone said,
It is in order. madam.
yes, I remember.
Yes, it is.
I'm on the board, I remember.
I
Do
also
you remember that?
I also remember. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I do remember. In fact, I'm
Yes,
the one who referred to.
That's it, yeah.
to-
So, Balo is correct.
to the
Let's
identity
continue,
kit.
please.
Yes.
Please, if the identity kit can be shown.
But you, sorry, the witness said he has no comments to that identity kit sketch. Mr. Jonas?
Ngishilo ukuthi awukho ngapha wena. Okay, that's fine. Finish that.
Yes. So this not. If you can just go slowly one by one. And this one?
Now, one thing.
Yes. Yes, but you mentioned too the identities that you saw in the media. If you see any of them, just mention.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ku-media ngabona futhi nasithombe esifana nalesi.
I think I saw a picture similar to this one in the media.
Yes. Ukuthi yisiphi esibona ku-media.
This is the one I saw in the media.
Yes. Come back to this aspect, we can proceed. Yes, we may proceed, yes.
Where are we?
Yes, we mentioned that you heard that the minister had tasked certain people to look into the matter.
Yeah, ngezwa lokho emva kwalokho ngibanga ngisaba ukuthi mhlambe ilandelele kangako.
I heard that, and then after that, I didn't follow it much.
And kungakapheli isikhathi singakanani ngezwa bethi i-suspect has been arrested.
And in no time, I then heard that the suspect had been arrested.
Then ngabe akukho nangathi ngiyalandela lokho.
And there's nothing that I can say that I followed up on.
Yes.
Yep.
Emva kwesikhashana esingakanani ngezwa bethi futhi i-suspect akusiyona.
And after some time, I then heard again that they're saying that the suspect was not the right one.
Then akukho futhi engakwenza.
I didn't do anything.
Hayi kanje wahamba
I just left it.
lekufika nje ngama-newspaper.
I would just be reading newspapers as normal.
Then kwathi sekuhambe isikhathi cishe bese kuphele nonyaka
And after some time, let's say about after a year,
2016
2015, 2016,
2017
2017,
if I'm not mistaken
uma ngeziphutha,
wabe sethi ngabe ngithi bani nokwabini abe sembuza
I then met Gwabini and asked him.
ukuthi
It's correct. You had a discussion with Gavin. Don't refer to the content of the discussion.
Usungangenike kwimininingwane yalokho nakukhuluma.
okay
Yes, we had the discussion with Gwabeni. What happened thereafter?
Emuva kokuthi umbuzile noma nikhulumile kwase kwenzekani?
akukho ngoba sasixoxa nje so xoxa wonoxoxa
It was just a discussion,
ngakanani
nothing much.
Yes.
wahamba wathi ngabo 2018
Then in 2018,
kube baningi ababe kubo bonke laba babenginabo futhi ngalilanga ngilapha hostel babe lokhu bengitshela one by one ukuthi uyakhumbula yini ngalela la
okay. Then amongst the people that I was with at the hostel on that day, one by one would be
Yes.
saying, do you remember?
Yes, we may not refer to hearsay evidence. What happened in 2018?
Kwenzekani ngo-2018?
You had discussion with some of the people who were present.
Bakubuza kwenzekani, sikhulume nje kwenzeka kamuva.
emva kwalokho ngabe se cisho yophela 2018
Almost at the end of 2018,
abanye makangibona ukuthi nengxabano yokuthi bakhuluma ukuthi ngabe content kaSkhosini okay ngabe ngoba ngase nginolwazi shito olunzulu lokuthi laba basolwa ababesolakala lapha ya yilaba basolwa enganginabo.
Okay. Now this information, my lord, that these suspects that are now being suspected of having done this are the very same people that I was with on that day at the hostel.
Yes, what do you mean?
Ushukuthini ngalokho?
Ukuthi lokho engakubona shuthi ngaleli yalana kwakuyikho kusho ukuthi yibo ababekade bebuya ukukwenza okwakuyinto efanayo naleyo.
That what I saw on that day at the hostel, that they were the ones that were coming from committing that or something similar to that.
Yes, when you say what you saw, what do you mean?
Uma ukhuluma ngowakubona ushukuthini? Ukhuluma ngani?
Ngikhuluma ngokuphatha ibhamu.
About the carrying of the firearms.
Ukubona umafika changer.
Seeing Mafika changing.
Yeah, Mafika is which accused?
Accused number 2.
Umsolo wesibili.
And nabantu bebekhuluma ngakho shuthi engathi ngibajwayele.
And as also the people that were talking about it that I was used to.
So emva kwalokho ngabe sengikhuluma no General Leshabane.
Thereafter, I spoke to General Lishabane.
And who's General Lishabane?
No, General Lishabane.
He was my cluster commander.
Cluster commander yami.
Yes, did he, except being your cluster commander, did he hold any other position?
Ngaphandle kokuthi uyi-cluster commander yakho ikhona enye position awayibambile.
Uma ngikhumbula kahle ngabavuma ulandela indaba ngesikhathi uminister kwakufikile eMbalula echaza ukuthi utask abanye ngakhumbula ukuthi wathi naye umtaskile.
Yes, you say he was a cluster commander.
Yes.
Did he hold any other position?
Minister is explaining that.
Yes, just
Remember that at the time the minister tasked people, he also tasked him.
Ngoba wayekade province wayengasekho ku cluster yethu.
Because he was now at the province and no longer at our cluster.
the court, please, my lord. The state will be calling General Lishabane at the later stage.
Oh, okay.
The witness is going to refer to what the discussions with General Lishabane. Yes, you may proceed.
Ungaqhubeka. Uthi ke uzombiza ke yena Lishabane. Ungaqhubeka.
You say you spoke to General Lishabane. He was your cluster commander. Then what happened?
Basekuthini ke ukukhulumela no General Lishabane?
Do you remember when you spoke to him?
Usakhumbula ukuthi wakunini ukhuluma kwakho naye General Lishabane?
Mangikhumbula ngicabanga ukuthi wakuhela ka 2018 to 2019.
If I remember well, I think it was the end of 2018, 2019.
Ngoba wathi kimi uzokwenza lo msebenzi yena ozozenzela ukubheka lokho engangisho kuye.
Because he said to me that he would do that work. He would look into what I was telling him about.
Yes. Well, what did you tell him?
Yini wamtshela kona?
Ngamtshela ukuthi ngikhathazekile mayelana nalindaba ngoba abantu abaningi bathi nami ngise hostel.
I told him that I was disturbed about this matter because a lot of people are saying that I was also at the hostel.
So wabe sengitshela uzozenzela yena uphenyo emva kwalokho uyobuya azomtshela.
He then informed me that he himself would then conduct his investigation and thereafter he will come back and inform me.
Kodwa angitshelanga ukuthi angikhona ehostel.
But I didn't tell him that I was at the hostel.
Izathu songamtsheli kwami ngangafuni ukunikeza the information ukuthi isuka kimi.
The reason why I didn't inform him that I was at a hostel, that I didn't want to give him this information that it was coming from me.
And anginaso isiqiniseko salokho.
And I also didn't have any certainty with regards to that.
With regard to what?
Isiqiniseko
Laba babulala uSenzo Meyiwa anginabe hostel.
that those who had killed Senzo Meyiwa, I was with them at the hostel.
Yes.
Makukhumbula kahle bese kufika ukuthi isikhathi la ngathi ugeneral wathi uzozenzela yena uphenyo.
If I remember well, the time came, there was a time when the general said that he himself would conduct an investigation.
Ngabe sekuthi ngoba ngiphatheke kabi shuthi ngabuza uGwabini.
Because this wasn't sitting well with me, I then asked Gwabini about this matter.
Yes, so you had a discussion with Gwabeni. Please don't refer to the discussion.
Ungangenike ukuthi nakhulumani noGwabini.
Emva kwalokho uGeneral Leshabane wabese ngitshela ukuthi no. Ngitholile ukuthi ubani. Yes, you were right.
General Leshabane then informed me, yes, I found out as to who it was, and yes, you were right.
Ngaphambi kokuthi kwenzeke lokho wabe sengazise emva kwalelo phenyo ukuthi okay udibane naye.
Okay. Okay. Before that, he informed me that he had met him. Udibane naye.
Ngathi udibane nabathizi bebephenya wadibana noGadla wakaphelezi.
Alright.
Like waconfirm ukuthi ngitholile ukuthi unomfana wakaphelezi.
Yes.
Okay.
General Leshabane will testify about that. When did you have this discussion with General Leshabane?
Le nkulumo le noma le ngxoxo lena ke naye uGeneral Leshabane waba nayo nini naye.
Ngathi 2018 to 2019 nje until 2019 ngoba bekwenzeka bekungabi into esiyikhuluma maybe namhlanje or kusasa bekuba yinto azomayibona something sikhulume ngayo.
I would say 2018-2019, it's not something that we just speak about today, but upon him finding out something or seeing something, we would speak about it.
Yes. Yes, what happened after this discussion that you've just referred to?
Emuva kwalo nkulumo ke okhulume ngayo kwasekwenzekani?
Uma ngikhumbula kahle kwabe sokuthi ngabe uGeneral senjalo ukuthi no asiyeke le nkulumo singabe sakhuluma ngayo.
General then informed me that let's drop this matter or this talk and not mention it again.
Inzatsa lokho engaqaqisa ukuthi kwakukhona ababezama ukungibulala.
The reason for that, if I were to explain that, there were those who had attempted to kill me.
Lapho kwaku ihlobo ka accused number 5.
Those were relatives of accused number 5.
And accused number 1.
Umsolwa wokuqala.
Ngokwazi kwami.
According to my knowledge.
Yes, just tell the court about that occasion. What happened?
Awutshela inkantolo ngaleso mahlandla kwenzekani.
Kwathi mangibe emsebenzini.
On my way back from work,
ngala ekuseni ngavuka nje kahle kumina next.
I slept the following
ngaye shopping ngiyothenga ugwayi.
I slept the following morning. I woke up, there was nothing. I went to the shop to buy cigarette.
When was it more or less?
Kwakunini?
Was 18. Oh, mangalungisa le nkulumo yami ukuthi kwenzeke kanjani.
If I were just to correct what I just said as to how it happened.
Ngikhulume lo shuthi ngawo lo 2019. Ngabona uGeneral Leshabane mayengithatha siyeke le nkulumo ngabe sengikhuluma.
Okay. In 2019, when General Leshabane had told me that we shouldn't proceed about this conversation anymore, I then spoke. Yebo.
Ngabe sengiya head office SAPS Telecom Towers.
I then went to the SAPS head office Telecom Towers.
Ngakhuluma no Brigadier Kininda.
I spoke to Brigadier Kininda. At the time, it was Colonel Kininda.
Yes, but how did you get to him? Just explain.
Wafika kanjani?
What did you go to do?
Office of the National Commissioner referred me to him.
Yes, when you went to Telecom Towers, who did you go to?
National Commissioner.
I was actually going to the National Commissioner.
So National Commissioner was referred to Kininda.
Then the National Commissioner referred me to Kininda.
Who was the National Commissioner then?
Ubani Commissioner walesikhathi? Kehla Sithole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then wabe kwathi makuyophela unyaka I think kwakuyi-11 November 2019
Towards the end of the year, it was the 11th of November 2019.
ngathola i-call from kuGeneral Leshabane engitshela ukuthi uKenneth Gininda ufuna ukungibona.
I received a call from General Shabane informing me that Colonel Gininda would like to see me.
Then wabe senza i-meeting ethi uzongibona kodwa ayenzekanga lelo langa yenzeka ngenye date.
A meeting was set up for him to see me, but it didn't happen on the day. He saw me on a different date.
Yeah, which date? On which day did he see you?
Wabona nini?
Ngicabanga ukuthi kwakuzi-13
I think it was on the 13th
November.
13th November.
Yes.
Yebo.
Yeah, who saw you on the 13th of
Ubani
November?
wahlangana naye ngalelo langa la 13th November?
Ngikade Gininda.
Brigadier Gininda.
Yes.
Emva kwalokho uGeneral Leshabane wabe sengifonela.
Thereafter, General Shabane called me.
Yeah, but what was discussed at that meeting with Brigadier
Yini enakhuluma ngayo noBrigadier Gininda ngalelo langa?
on the 13th of November,
13th of November.
2019?
Kwaba yilo udaba lokuthi athi ngazini ngokubulawa kukaMeyiwa.
Asked me, what do you know about the killing of Meyiwa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ngabe sengimtshela ukuthi akukho engikwaziyo futhi akukho engangakhuluma ngakho.
I told him that I know nothing and there is nothing that I can talk about.
Yes.
Kodwa ngithe ma khamba isikhathi ngezwa lezi inkulumo zokuthi abasolwa yilaba.
But as time went on, I heard that these are the
Yes.
suspects.
Just tell the court about what you know. Yes. What happened further?
Okay. Shuthi makusahamba isikhathi ngangizenzela uphenyo mina ngokuthi kungani mhlambe kuba khona izinsongo zokuthi kube khona abantu abangilandelayo.
Okay. Then as time went on, I did my investigation as to what is it that there are people following me.
But what was the outcome of your meeting with Brigadier Gininda?
Imiphumela kwaba yini ke yomhlangano wakho kanye naye uBrigadier Gininda?
Wathi uzokwenza naye uphenyo lwakhe.
He said he will do his own investigation.
Kumele ngikhulume ukuthi sakhuluma ngani.
Must I go into the details as to what you spoke about?
No, it's not necessary.
That's a question.
Okay. Emva kwalokho kwabe sekuba khona ngabe sengibuyela emuva uGeneral wabe sengibiza esengibuza ukuthi bazi kanjani head office mayelana nalolu daba.
General called me and asked me how is it that they know about this matter at the national office.
Yeah, which general?
General
General Leshabane.
Shabane.
When did he call you?
Wakubiza nini?
Ngicabanga kwakuyi-19 November.
I think it was on the 19th of November.
Emva kwalokho kwaba sekuba yi-18 la engabona khona abasolwa bakubasolwa bezozama ngomdubula.
Bona abasolwa.
Abakubo.
Okay, nge-18.
Yes.
Then on the 18th, that's where I saw now the relatives of the suspects when they wanted or when they came to shoot me.
Yes. Tell the court about that.
You sure?
Shuthi ngathi mangiphuma emva ngane-meeting ngabe sengazi ukuthi kunento efana nale.
I knew that there was something like this, you know.
Then ukufika kwabo kwangenzela futhi babengaqali mangasho ukuthi babengaqala ukufika phakathi nonyaka bafika kodwa babengezi straight babeza ngey'ndlela ezahlukene.
It was not the first time. During the course of the year they came, but they didn't, in other words, approach me directly, but they just came in different ways.
Mangikhumbula kulowo nyaka futhi akhuluma nomsolwa unumber 1 ngoba ngangikhathazekile ngaye.
If I remember well, during that year, I spoke to accused number 1 because I was worried about him.
When did you speak to him?
Wakhuluma nini naye?
Kwakunomshado ekhaya.
There was a wedding back home.
Ngakhuluma naye.
I spoke to him.
Then ngabuya ngakhuluma naye ngefoni.
I thereafter spoke to him telephonically.
then ngangimcela ukuthi akhuze ngase ngibona ukuthi laba bakubo bafuna ukungidubula angikhuzele bona.
I then asked him or requested him to stop because I now could see that his relatives wanted to shoot me. So I requested him to stop them. And he did that.
Yes, just put that in correct sequence. Well, what happened first?
Are you begging
Incident at the wedding or the telephone call?
Oh, the telephone call ngakhuluma naye ngakhuluma naye emshadweni.
I spoke to him at the wedding first.
Yes, more or less. When was that?
Kwakunini?
August.
It was in August.
Sabe sikhuluma ngakho ngoba ngicabanga kwakuyinto eyayisiyaziwa.
Which year?
Kwakunyaka
2019.
I think 2019.
Yes. Well, what happened during that occasion?
Because wayekaboshwa uMuzi ngaphambilini.
Muzi had been arrested before.
So wayengixoxela ngakho lokho kuboshwa.
So he was telling me about that arrest.
But abese ngimxoxa nabo ngitshela ukuthi kunodaba futhi oluyinkinga.
That also kusho yena. Or he also said that there was also another issue which was a problem.
Okuyiyona babembuze ngayo.
Which they asked him about.
Bengabe sengimtshela ukuthi akukho engakukhuluma ngayo futhi asimele bona bamaphoyisa ayenze uphelelayo.
I then informed him that there's nothing I can talk about. Let's wait for the police to do their investigation.
Did he tell you what that issue was?
Singabe wakutshela ukuthi kwakuyini lolo daba lolo?
Yebo ngitshela.
Yes, he did.
Yes, just tell the court about it.
Wangitshela ukuthi udaba luka Senzo Meyiwa.
He told me that it was the issue of Senzo, the matter of Senzo Meyiwa.
Yes.
And wangibeka ngalendlela ukuthi le ndaba kakhipha.
He said to me, it's the matter or the issue of the goalkeeper. It didn't sit well with me as well.
Yes, what did he say about that?
Wangitshela ukuthi lo daba lolu luyinkinga futhi mangabeka ngesiZulu wathi le ndaba iyinkinga yazi futhi akumele sikhulume ngayo like lapha.
He said to me that this issue is a problem and we shouldn't just openly speak about it or just like that and anyhow speak about it.
Nami vele ngangifisa ukuthi ngixoxe naye maybe ngim-advise kodwa akukho ngangakwenza.
It was also my wish to speak about it, to speak to him about it or advise him, but there was nothing I could do. We left it like that.
2019.
Yes, but
2019.
tell the court about it. You mentioned earlier on to a telephone call.
Ukhulumile ke ngokukhuluma naye ngefone.
Ngabe lapho sengikhuluma naye ngase ngicela ukuthi mangikhuluma noMuzi ngabe sengimtshela ukuthi Muzi why abakini befuna ukungidubula.
I then said, when I spoke to him telephonically, I said to him, Muzi, why is it that your relatives want to shoot me?
Yes.
Because I also don't know anything about this matter and I didn't know anything.
Yes, just a minute. And Moses again, which accused?
Accused number one.
Accused number one.
And when was this occasion when you spoke to him telephonically?
Manje umusukhuluma naye ngocingo ke bakunini?
Mangicabanga wathi akekho seMpumalanga uzoza ukuthi kwakunini media
I think he said to me that he was not in Mpumalanga, he was going to come through, but if you say when, I think it was mid-year.
Yes, which year?
2019.
Yes. Earlier on you were telling the court about that incident. You said you went to buy cigarettes. What happened during that occasion?
Ukhulumile ke ngehlandla leli ke owaphuma ngalo uyothenga ugwayi. Kwenzekani ke ngalelo hlandla lelo?
ngathi mangibuya eshop ngabona imoto ekade ipakile nje aside ngasela ngihlala ngakhona.
When I came back from the shop, I saw a car that was parked on the side where I was staying.
Yapaka shothi yayipakile vele ngivume ibivele ipakile.
On my way out, it was already parked there
Because ngayindlula
because I passed it,
kodwa ngababona babephakathi emotweni thobani.
but I saw as to who was inside the vehicle.
Then emva kwalokho ngadlula ngaye shop.
I went past, went to the shop.
Mangibuya omunye wakantuli umfana khona wabe sekhipha isibhamu ngewindi.
On my way back, one of the guys from Ntuli produced a firearm through the window.
Then ngabizwa ukuthi ipin shothi engakaphakami because waphakamisa ipin late. Then ngajika.
Then I felt that the pinch wasn't yet raised because I raised it late, and then I turned around.
Then ngabe sengifonela futhi uGwabini.
I again called Kwabini.
Just a minute. Now, this incident, when was it more or less?
It was on the 18th of November.
Kwakunge 18th ka November ke lesi sakalo asishoyo
Which year?
2019.
2019.
Then ngathi
You say you saw the persons who were in the vehicle. Who were they?
Kwakuwobani uthi wababona abantu babesemotweni kwakuwobani?
omunye uNkazimulo.
The other one is Nkazimulo.
Yes.
Yebo.
Then ngabe sengiyafika
And who's Nkazimulo?
Ubani Nkazimulo?
omunye wama relative mangicabanga relative ka Mozi or accused number 5.
It's one of the relatives, but I think it's a relative of Muzi and accused number 5.
And Muzi, which accused?
Accused number 1.
Accused number 1.
Yes, and this person Tuli who produced a firearm through the window. Do you know him?
No, Oti Wabantuli over Kikisbam. Yes, I know him.
Yes. How do you know him?
Mazganjan.
Imazila khona attendees.
I know him from Tembisa.
Yes.
Nokuthi ngeke ngambona maku
Is he related to any of the accused?
Okhona
Inso.
ukholelwa kanjalo.
Yes. Which one?
Ngoba ngathi mangifika kuGwabini wa confirm ukuthi
Yes. So just please. To which do you know if he's related to any of the accused?
I think accused number 1 and accused number 5.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ke uyisihlobo sikamsolo wokuqala nowesihlanu.
Yes, we may proceed.
Emva kwalokho ngabe sengiya kuGwabini ukuconfirm naye lokho.
As a court, please don't refer to any discussion with Obeni.
Then emva kwalokho ngiyenza kanjani?
Yes.
Emva kwalokho ngabe
You mentioned that you made a call to, who did you call?
Ushilo ukuthi ukhona owamfonela ubani wamfonela?
ngabe sengifonela uGeneral Leshabani.
Akho General Leshabani.
Yes, and why did you call him?
Isizathu?
Ngangimazisa ukuthi namba bezomdubula.
I was informing him that here they are coming to shoot me.
Yes, when did you speak to General Shabani?
Ukhulume nini naye General Leshabani?
Ngikhulume naye ngefoni.
Telephonic
Wathi ngize kuye cishe e-ofisini.
He then said to me I should come to him at the office.
Yes, when was it?
Kwakunini?
May 19.
On the 19th of November.
Yes, which year?
Unyaka
2019.
2019.
Yes, did you then go to his office?
Ngabe waya e-office lakhe?
Yebo ngaya.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
wabe sefike ngitshela ukuthi ngakutshela ukuthi asiyiyeke le ndaba uyabona ukuthi izobeka impilo yakho engcupheni.
He then informed me that I said to you, or I did inform you that we should leave this matter. You can see that it's going to put your life in danger.
Yes.
Izathu sokuthi mangithiwa ithi asiyiyeke ingoba wake wangazisa ngaphambilini khona la akaba khona nomhlangano no warrant officer no General Sibiya and warrant officer Makhubo.
Okay, so the reason why I mentioned this, that he had said that we should leave it, because there was an occasion when there was a meeting between Warrant Officer Makhubo and General Sibiya.
And warrant officer Makhubo.
When was that meeting?
Yeah, in the meeting there. I'll look for the date. I can't remember it now. But it was in the middle of the year.
Yes, which year?
I think it was 2019.
I think 2019.
Yes.
Then kulo meeting esasinayo sasivumelene ukuthi okay lolu daba siyaliyeka.
In that meeting that we had agreed that we are going to lay this matter to rest.
Then why refer akulokho ukuthi uyabona ukuthi why izomangazisa.
So he was referring to that can you now see that it's gonna now it's gonna cause you harm.
Yes, just tell the court more about that meeting where Warrant Officer Makhubo and General Sibiya was present. Were you also present at that meeting?
Now okhona kule meeting now.
Yes.
Yes. What happened there?
Kwenzekani lapho?
Ngafika emeetingini uGeneral wayengizile wabe esefonela uGeneral Sibiya.
I arrived at the meeting, the general had called me. He then contacted the General Sibiya.
Then wabe sefika uGeneral Sibiya.
General Sibiya arrived.
Then wafika walalela kuphela.
He only listened.
Wabe sibuza ukuthi ubani maybe ophethe lolu daba head office.
And then inquired as to who was handling this matter at the head office.
Wabe sethi Colonel Ginyinda.
Then said it was Colonel Ginyinda.
Then uGeneral wabe sethi akufonelwe uWarrant Officer Makhubo.
The general then said the Warrant Officer Makhubo should be contacted.
And wabe sebemfonela.
Warrant Officer Makhubo was indeed called.
Wabe sefika futhi uWarrant Officer Makhubo.
Warrant Officer Makhubo arrived.
Wafika Warrant Officer Makhubo wabe semchazela General ukuthi yini le esikhuluma ngayo.
Upon Warrant Officer Makhubo's arrival, General then informed Warrant Officer Makhubo as to what it is or what it was that we were talking about.
General who?
General Leshabani.
General Leshabani.
Yes.
Then Warrant Officer Makhubo wabe seyichitha le ndaba wathi ayikho.
Warrant Officer Makhubo just said that this matter, there's no such.
As a court, please, my lord, may that hearsay evidence be admissible. We submit that it's in the interest of justice. There's a second docket that has been brought up in these proceedings, and this communication pertains to that matter.
Just repeat what you just said.
My lord, the state requests that the utterances by Warrant Officer
Makhubo specifically.
I'm sorry?
The utterances by Makhubo specifically.
Yes, by Warrant Officer Makhubo.
Right.
Be admitted in the interest of justice, even if it's hearsay. We submit, my lord, that it is in the interest of justice that it be allowed as it pertains to the second docket that has been brought up in these proceedings.
Are you making the application in terms of section
31A of
31
yes, of the hearsay
of
Act.
1988.
88, indeed, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Ramsipiri. There's an application in terms of section 31 of Act 45 of 88, the Evidence Act.
Well conversant with the section, my lord.
Hello?
I am well conversant with the section of
Yes.
that act. However, my lord, the exigency doesn't meet the threshold of that section because Warrant Officer Makubo is alive. He can come and testify in this court, my lord. We don't have to have hearsay from this witness. He can come and speak for himself in the box, my lord, as the court pleases.
Yes, Mr. Nisi?
Exactly, madam. The state has furnished this court with no specific reasons why Mr. Makubo cannot become the court to come testify.
The reason he says it's, there's a second docket. Is that the reason, sir?
Yes, indeed, my lord.
That's the reason. He says there's a second docket relating to this matter. That is why he says it is imperative in the interest of justice that the evidence which this witness adduces after having had a meeting with Makubo should be rendered admissible here in the interest of justice.
That is a faulty application, my lord.
Hello?
That is a faulty application of the provisions of the section because it can only cover instances where the witness on whose credibility the testimony of this witness that's currently testifying is based is unable to be called either because he has vanished or is arrested, then the hearsay should then be admitted in the interest of justice. But without specific indication that that witness does not fall in the category of him being deceased or him being untraceable, he must be brought to court here, my lord.
Okay.
Longer man.
Mr.
My lord, I share the very same sentiments with my colleagues. Thank you.
Ms. Msholo?
My lord, above the submissions made by my learned friends, my lord, the state is referring this court to a blanket of evidence which is referred to as case 375. There is no reference made to that particular statement referring to the utterances that the witness is talking about. For example, my lord, if the state wants to say Warrant Officer Makuba has made the statement to the effect of what the witness is testifying about, and that statement is shown before court that it is contained in the docket 375, and that particular portion of evidence is also read or showed into the court, then we can understand the interest of justice, my lord. And above that, the warrant officer, my lord, is still available.
As a court, please, we don't want to belabor the point, not much tense on it. We can leave it. Yeah, we can leave it at that.
You're withdrawing the application.
Yeah, as a court, please.
Okay, the application is withdrawn.
Sezophuthukwa ke ngalesi khona udaba olushiwo la ubufakazi ngento eyashiwo uyena ke uMakhubo kodwa ke batholakala ukuthi kuzoba inkinga ke kodwa umshushusi usathi akasaqhubekile nalelo daba lelo.
Yes, there was a discussion with Warren Makubo. Then what happened further?
Kwase kuthini ke emuva kokuthi ukushilo lokushilo uMakhubo asisakhulumi ngako siyadlula khona kwase kwenzekani kamuva?
Kwenzekile futhi ukuthi ngidibane naye for okwesibili
Ubani?
Warrant Officer Makubo.
It happened again that I met Warrant Officer Makubo for the second time
with Colonel Buthelezi
kanye naye Colonel Buthelezi.
When was it?
Kwakunini?
What's the meeting is in General was
It was now a second meeting. The other meeting with the general had now finished. It was now another meeting.
Do you remember which year?
So Kumbulunya,
about 2019.
I think it was 2019. Sorry.
Yeah.
I will check for that.
So what was the purpose of that meeting?
Kwakuyinhloso yaleyo mhlangano lo.
Nami ngangazi because eqaleni wayithe ayikho.
Okay. I also didn't know because at first they said that
as a court, please don't refer to the
asingangeni kumniningwane ukuthi kwakhuluma kwathini.
Yes.
Ufuna nje ukwazi inhloso.
Who initiated that meeting?
Yeah. Kwakuwumbono kabantu ukuthi abe naleyo meeting.
Colonel Buthelezi.
Colonel Buthelezi.
And what was the purpose of the meeting?
Inhloso. Kwakuyinhloso yemhlangano.
Kwakuthola ukuthi mina ngazi ini.
To find out as to what is that I knew.
Did you tell them what you knew about the man?
Ingabe wabatshela ukuthi wazini?
ngamtshela engikwaziyo.
I told him what I knew.
Yes. And what happened thereafter? You may not refer to what you said.
Asangenike ukuthi wabatshelani kwasekwenzekani. Siyandlulile manje ubatshelile ukuthi wazini, siyandlula ke kwasekwenzekani emuva kokuthi ubatshelile. Now with Colonel Butelezi.
Yes, after the meeting with Colonel Butelezi and Warrant Officer Makubo, what happened further?
Ufikile umhlangano wandlula lokho akwala Makubo noButelezi kwasekwenzekani emuva kwalokho.
Emva kwalokho buqhubekile isikhathi ngoba bekuwolonyaka bekuwunyaka obhizi nyaka.
The time went on because it was still in that year. It was a busy year. Yebo.
Which year are you referring to?
2019.
2019. I found myself being busy.
Yes, why did you say you found yourself being busy?
Ngoba naye Colonel Butelezi accused ukuthi ngivela uKelly Khumalo.
Yes, you may not refer to what yes. What happened further? You said it was a busy year. What happened further?
Kwasekwenzekani?
Okay.
Right, yes, we're at a point where you had a meeting with Colonel Butelezi and Warrant Officer Makubo. What happened after that meeting?
Ngiyakhumbula kwaba ne incident yokuthi kuthiwe kuboshwe uMuzi.
I remember there was an incident where it was said that Muzi had been arrested.
Yeah, who's Muzi?
Banu Muzi.
Accused number 1. Then kwabe sekufika abakubo futhi.
Again, his relatives came or arrived.
Beza police station.
They came to the police station.
Bezombuza ukuthi actually bambuza ngokunye.
They asked me about something different.
Babazi babengibuza ngombuzi kodwa ma ulalile inkulumo.
In that they were asking me about Muzi,
uboshwa kaMuzi,
about his arrest.
So akukho ngangwazi ukutheni ubosheleni akukho.
I knew nothing as to why was he arrested.
Was he arrested in connection with this case?
Ngabo wayiboshelwe lona lecala le. No.
Yes, and when was it more or less?
Kwakunini?
I think June.
I think it was in June.
Which year?
Nyaka?
2019.
Same year, 2019.
Then?
Yes, we proceed.
Yep.
Emva kwalokho kwabe sekufika
Yes. Yes, you mentioned that you had a meeting with Brigadier Gininda at Telkom Towers. Were there any further meetings between you and Brigadier Gininda after?
Sorry to interject, my lord. I keep seeing that the witness is perhaps pouring or looking at something.
What is that? What is he looking at?
This is my paper. This is my notes that I'm taking.
He's looking at what?
No. I just wanted to know.
He's not reading it. He's looking at it.
All right. This is what I'm writing.
Yes. Thank you. You mentioned the meeting that you had with Brigadier Gininda. Were there any further meetings with him?
Ukhulumile nge-meeting ka-Brigadier Gininda. Ngabe kwazazikhona ezinye meeting ezazikhona?
kwenye meeting after Telkom Towers ile afika kuyo kimi Aviator, Kempton Park.
Except for the meeting at the Telkom Towers, he came to me at Aviator, Kempton Park.
When was that?
Kwakunini?
Kwakuyi-13. Yeah, 13.
13 zayiphi inyanga? Kuphi inyanga? 13 of... Bathi?
Tony.
introduced himself by name, Tony.
Yes, what happened at that meeting?
Kwenzekani kuloyo mhlangano loyo?
babe sebengibuza nje ngokwazi ukuthi ngazi mayelana nalolu daba.
They asked me about my knowledge as to what is it that I knew about this matter.
Uma ukhumbula nami akukho engangikwazi ukuphatheka ngaphandle kwalokho engangikushilo manje.
If you'd recall, there's nothing tangible which I knew except for that which I have already alluded to.
Ngabe sengimtshela ukuthi nami anginalwazi lakho ukuthi kwenziwa yibo or yimi or whatever babekusho ukuthi kwenzekale anginalwazi lakho.
I then informed them that I didn't know as to whether it was done or committed by them. I had no knowledge about it.
Yes.
Yebo.
Then emva kwalokho wabesethi naye uzozenzela uphenyo.
After he said that he was going to conduct his own investigation.
If you say you had no knowledge whether it was done by them, what do you mean?
Ukuthi ngangeke ngithi nginesiqinisekiso sokuthi yibo ababulala uMeyiwa ngangeke baqambe namanga.
That I wouldn't tell lies to them and said that I had certainty that they are the ones that killed Meyiwa.
Yes, who are they? Who are you referring to?
Uma uthi wongeke ukuthi yibo ababulala uMeyiwa ukhuluma ngobani?
Ngabasolwa.
The suspects.
But emva kwalokho ngabe sengiba nolwazi olwami lwalo personal ukuthi I was sure ukuthi yebo yibo.
But thereafter I had my own knowledge where I was now sure or certain that indeed it was them.
So if you say it was them, who are you referring to?
Uma uthi kwakuyibo ukhuluma ngobani?
From accused number 1 to 5.
From accused number 1 to 5.
And why do you say so?
Ukusho yini lokho?
Ngenxa lesi sigameko esenzeka ngalelanga ngikhona.
Sorry, because of the incident that happened on the day when I was there.
Yes, which incident?
Yebo. Siphi isigameko?
Ukuthi babuye bangena neibhamu.
That they came back and they had firearms.
And they
celebrating his death.
Yes. How was it celebrated?
They celebrated kanjani?
Ibhodlela le whiskey.
With a bottle of whiskey.
Yes, why do you say it was celebrated?
Ukushiso yini ukuthi babe celebrate?
Kwangimangazi bakuthatha bona lokho. Emva kwalokho
Angifuna sengajaha. It amazed me or it surprised me as to where they got that from, and thereafter emva kwalokho
kube khona insolo ebhekiswa kubo.
And thereafter, allegations are directed at them.
Yes, but
then emva kwalokho noMuzi ayikhulume nami.
And thereafter, Muzi himself speaking about it with me.
Muzi, which
accused number 1.
Umsolo wokuqala.
Yes, which occasion are you referring to?
Isiphi lesigameko okhuluma ngaso ukuthi wayikhuluma nawe?
Telephonically and nasekhaya.
Telephonically and back home.
And if you say telephonically, which occasion are you referring to?
Uma usithi telephonically ukhuluma ngaliphi ihlandla?
And if you say back at home, which occasion are you referring to?
To the incident ukuthi angikhuzele bona.
With regards to the incident of requesting him to stop them.
Requesting them to stop who?
Ukuthi stop ebani?
Like abafowabo ukuthi beplan ukungibulala.
His brothers were planning to kill me.
And naye angitshela ukuthi kumayelana nalolu daba ngakhipha.
And also him telling me that it was about the incident of the goalkeeper.
And when was that occasion when he told you about the incident of the goalkeeper?
Ukutshela kwakhe ngodaba likakeeper kwakunini? It was in August.
Yeah, what was the occasion?
Ngicimbe ekhaya kwakukanosisi wami.
It was my sister's wedding back home. He was also present.
What is it in particular that made you suspicion regarding his utterances?
Yini ke le eyakubangela ukuthi ube nensolo kuloko awayekusho kuwena
During that occasion?
ngaleso sikhathi lesa ngithi sikhuluma manje ngalelanga lokugana kwasister wakho kwasisi wakho yini le kuloko awayekusho eyakubangela ukuthi ube nensolo
ukuthi ngendlela ayisho ngakhona nasezixoxa ngakhona.
So in the manner in which he said it and how we were discussing it, yebo,
yangitshengisa ukuthi unolwazi ngalo.
it showed me that he had knowledge about it.
Yes, what is it in particular that
Yini le
made you to gain that impression?
yini le othi yona eyakubangela ukuthi ke cha manje usiyangitshengisa ukuthi uyazi.
Ukuthi washo ukuthi kuyinkinga.
He said that it was a problem.
Emva kwalokho kwathi makuza omunye saye ukuxoxa ngayo because asibange saqhubeka ngayo.
And when someone else now approached us, we stopped it and we didn't discuss it anymore.
Yes, anything further that you wish to add?
Khona kunye ofisa ukuthi kwengeza. I think that's enough. That I can still recall.
Now, what was the last meeting that you had with General Leshabane?
Kwakuyini umhlangano wokugcina owaba nawo naye uGeneral Leshabane?
Kwakuyi-19.
It was on the 19th November 2019.
And what was the outcome that was arrived at that meeting?
Yini noma isiphi isinqumo esathathwa kulo mhlangano lo wange-19th November 2019?
Mangikhumbula kahle ukuthi siye ukukhuluma ngalolu daba.
If I remember well, that we should stop talking about this matter
Because why informing abanye such as the National Commissioner.
because he had informed the others such as the National Commissioner.
Waqinisekisa ke ngokuthi ngophenyo lakhe abasolwa.
And he assured me that as far as his investigation went, that the suspects were the right ones.
And the last meeting that you had with Brigadier Gininda, when was that?
Umhlangano wokugcina owawunawo noGininda wawunini wona?
Bible message for statement.
It was a statement. It was when I now wanted a statement from me.
No, but I'm referring to, you mentioned that you met him at Kempton Park in the presence of another Brigadier Tony. Were there any other further meetings after this one?
Ushilo ukuthi wahlangana naye ke Aviator eKempton Park kanye ehamba nomunye uBrigadier Tony. Emuva kwaloyo mhlangano khona umunye umhlangano waba nawo noGininda? No.
And what was the outcome of that meeting?
Kwaba
What was
yini?
decided?
Yini isiphi isinqumo esathathwa kuloyo mhlangano loyo kanye nomunye umhlangano waba nawo noGininda? No.
And what was the outcome of that meeting?
Kwaba
What was
yini?
decided?
Yini isiphi isinqumo esathathwa kuloyo mhlangano loyo kanye noGininda lo waseKempton Park?
Ukuthi uzozenzela uphenyo.
That he was going to conduct his investigation.
And just for record purpose, when was this meeting?
Umhlangano lo uthi wawunini?
13 November
13 November
2019.
2019.
Now, you refer to Warrant Officer Makubo and Colonel Buthelezi. Did they take any statement from you regarding the matter?
Ukhulumile mayelana no Warrant Officer Makubo kanye no Colonel Buthelezi, ngaba bona ikhona i-statement noma i-statement abasithatha kuwena mayelana nalolu daba? No.
Just maybe final, are you able to describe the 9mm that you refer to, that you say you saw in Mr. Gwabeni's room?
I-9mm le othi wayibona-ke lapha egumbini lakhe uGwabeni ungakwazi ukuyichaza?
Noma isikhathi sesiside ayiside kakhulu isikhathi.
It's been a long time, a very long time.
Yes.
Angeke ngithi ngoba akukho mhlawumbe ngathi ngayishoot isithombe maybe kodwa ngoba isikhathi side kakhulu yenzeka lento.
There's no way where I can say I took a picture of it and it's been a long time since the incident happened.
Yes. But just a general description.
Ungachaza nje general nje.
Objection, my lord. The witness has already indicated that he can't.
Yes.
As a copy, are you able to give any other description beyond what you've just said?
Ngaphandle kwalokho osukushilo khona nje okunye ungakusho ungachaza ngaphandle kwalokho oqeda ukusho.
Objection. That is just the same question. It goes back to the same answer. He said he can't describe it because this incident took place a very long time.
Okay. It's nothing tense on that, my lord. We leave it at that. Just maybe
able to describe it. I'll tell you why. He says it's a 9mm. It's not a description. Mr. Minister.
Yes,
all of you. When he says it's a 9mm, that's not a description. It's not a description.
It is, but you cannot go further. It is, but you cannot.
But when you say
It's a 9mm. You could have said it's a .38. Okay, you've heard me.
no, man, I don't understand what the court is actually saying because you say
Mr. Rapeles, do you understand me?
No, I don't understand. I don't understand it.
Okay, fine. We don't understand each other. No. It's because you guys, sorry, you didn't object when Mr. Baloi said, can you describe the 9mm? That was your question, right?
indeed, my lord.
He said, he didn't say firearm. He said, can you describe the 9mm you saw at the room of who's that guy? Gwabeni is.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I can't describe it because
That's
it's a
it.
very long time incident.
Fine. I would have expected you to object.
Yes.
Okay.
Why should we have objected?
Because he's leading the witness. He should have said, can you describe the firearm which you saw?
Yes,
That's a world of difference.
yes. I think I said that, my lord.
Okay, fine. Let's
If I
leave it.
recall, yeah.
Nothing turns on
But
it.
nothing turns on it. We just want to just maybe finally show you some further photos from Exhibit S.
Exhibit S.
Yes, page 20. Yes, page 22. Page 22. Page 22 of Exhibit S, my lord.
Okay.
Just waiting for the photos to come up on the screen. So what is your comment regarding this picture? Page 22. You can also look at the screen.
Ngathini ngaleso sithombe leso 22.
ngathi ngibona uGadla.
I would say I see Gadla,
Yes, which accused?
Umsola,
Accused number 3.
accused number 3,
Photo 23.
23,
Yeah, Gadla.
it's Gadla,
Yes, which accused?
Umsola,
Accused number 3.
accused number 3,
Photo 24.
24,
Ngibona nomunye kodwa ngibona ohleli phansi
I see someone else but I see him, he's seated.
Who?
Ubani,
uGadla.
it's Gadla,
Yeah, which accused?
Umsola,
Accused number 3.
accused number 3, and another one. Yeah.
Yes. Is that the only person you recognize?
Yena
on the
phela umuntu ombonayo la.
Khona omunye engimbonayo kodwa angifuni ukumsukela ngenze ngizothi yena phela ngimbonayo.
There is someone else I see, but I don't. I would only say now that he's the only one that I see.
Okay. Photo 29.
29.
Yeah. Ohleli phansi.
He's seated.
Yes, who?
Ban.
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
Photo 31.
31.
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
Which one?
Mopi. Come back here. Here he is.
Page 35.
35.
Or maybe just before 34.
34. 34.
34 akukho clear.
34 is not that clear.
35.
35.
My Lord, just one objection, because probably to assist my colleague here. In all the photos that have been flighted here, a court where accused number 3 appears with his dreadlocks tight at the back with a wound. Photos are not in dispute. Photos do not lie. This just to assist my colleague, man. You can spend the whole day trying to demonstrate that this is accused number 3, number 3, number 2. At the end of the day, it is him. Specifically with those hairs that are appearing on those photos.
No,
Thank you, man.
maybe he's not going the way you think he's going.
Okay, no, it's
Are you
fine.
going the same way?
And the only way that Nisi can assist us if he makes formal admissions in terms of section 220. That is the only way, my lord.
Okay.
Page 35. Yes, do you recognize anyone there? And who's that?
Ban.
Accused number 3.
Accused number 3.
In any of your meetings with General Shabani, did photos of the accused feature?
Kumhlangano obenayo naye uGeneral Leshabane ngaba izithombe zabasolwa khona la owatshengiswa khona izithombe zabasolwa.
Utshengiswa uGeneral Leshabane
By General Leshabane.
Yeah.
Yes.
showing me.
No. Did photos of the accused feature in any of your meetings with General Shabani?
Feature isn't speaking about.
Yes.
Ngabe kukhulunyiwe yini ngezithombe zabasolwa kwimihlangano obenayo noGeneral Leshabane?
ukuthi akayibukanga iy'thombe. So uyithombe angitshele ngazo wayecelile kimi kodwa yena akukho aze nazo kimi wathi nasi.
Not that he came with pictures to me and said to me, here are the pictures, but he did request for some photos from me.
Yes, to just tell us about that occasion.
Awusitsheleke ngalokho ukuthi actually ithombe kuwena.
Bengilaze accused number 3.
I didn't have photos of accused number 3.
Yes, what?
Yebo.
Yes.
Bengineithombe accused number 1.
I had photo of accused number 1.
And I think accused number 2.
And I think accused number 2.
Yes,
only.
Yes, what did you do? Where did you obtain those photos?
Wawuyithola kuphi lezo ithombe lezo?
Ngithathe efonini cishe kaGwabini.
From Gwabini's phone. The witness is whispering now, but says he'd like to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, those times.
Yes, as it's almost time for the long adjournment.
10.
Yeah, it's now 11 minutes to 1. In light of the discussion that we had in chambers,
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe it shouldn't be an appropriate time then to adjourn to tomorrow, in light of the request of the defense.
Indeed, so my lord, that was the arrangement in chambers. If I can find out from my learned colleague how long he still has to go with this witness, perhaps we can utilize the full 15 minutes, my lord.
We almost at the tail end. We're almost done, my lord. This is the last question.
The last question.
Yeah, if he can just be allowed to go to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
what in Minyaga Nyanj?
No, he said he must go. Zomini.
Right. Okay, we'll adjourn until tomorrow then.
So we have Sasa.
This morning with the judges. He was not robbed when he arrived this morning.
So he's gone to chambers to go and rope.
To go and rope and get his
Okay,
material.
find us on the way. Yes. We shall tell him what the learned prosecutor says.
As a court, please, my lord, after yesterday's proceedings,
Yes.
a video clip has been brought to the state's attention, which in our submission, my lord, might amount to contempt of court in facie curiae. And, we just seek guidance of the court. We're ready to play the clip here that shows one of the accused making certain gestures to the witness whilst he was testifying. And, we just seek the court's guidance as whether this court prepared to watch the clip and that an inquiry be made regarding that possible charge of contempt of court in facie
Who
curiae.
brought the video into your attention?
Yes.
Somebody brought it to your attention.
Yes, the investigating team. Yes.
How the investigating team?
Yes. It's a clip of this camera, my lord, that captured one of the accused making gestures to this witness while he was testifying.
Yeah.
And
Okay, we have to view it because
Yes.
I can't determine without seeing it whether there's a contempt of court.
as a court pleases.
But you advise Mr. Mnisi what is happening.
Bafethu-ke umshushisi akwazisa inkantolo ukuthi ngaphambili kokuthi ufakazi abizwe ikhona-ke ividiyo abayibonile-ke ithiwa leli phenyo icala abamkhombise yona-ke leyo vidiyo ukhona omunye wabasolwa akhona akwenzayo kuyena ufakazi lo ofakazayo manje ithi inkantolo ngaphambi kokuthi ngathatha isinqumo ngayo leyo vidiyo leyo kufanele iqale ibone sala ukuthi yini leyo elapho kuleyo vidiyo.
Yeah, okay, let's see the video. Because remember how the press should behave. You remember that order we
Yes.
made
Yes. Yes.
regarding reportage, the press, what shouldn't happen, what should happen, etc.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see whether it contravenes any of that order. Yeah, I can see.
Maybe it can be played again.
Just start it from the beginning. Which accused is that? Who's
It's accused number 5, my lord.
accused number 5?
Yes.
Okay. Is that the end of the video?
Yes, it's just those gestures that have been made, my lord.
Yeah. Accused number 5. Do you see yourself there?
Yabuza judge ukuthi uyayibona lapha kule video. Yes, I do, my lord.
What were you intending to convey to the witness?
Bekuyini le bekuyisifiso sakho sokuthi uyidlulisele
Objection, my lord.
umfanekiso?
My lord, the
Mr.
accused
Chololo.
is represented.
Mr. Chololo? Just sit down. I have seen the video and I am asking the accused. You will make your representation thereafter. Now you want to make representations before you have even heard me. Is that what you're saying?
As the court
Which
please.
procedure is that? Yes, sir. What were you intending to convey or what are you conveying? If at all you're conveying anything.
Uma ukuthi khona ukushoyo okudlulisayo yini le kudlulisa noma bekuyisifiso sakho sokuthi undlulise.
hayi ukuthi angisakhumbula umuntu ongikhuluma ngoba lokho okukhulunywa ngayo shela banombono
I can't even remember what it is that I was talking about because the person that is being referred to, my lord, is seated here as the witness is pointing and the prosecutor is obscuring the view. I can't even see that person.
My question is simple. What were you intending to convey, if at all? I'm not talking whether you see the witness or what. I'm looking at that clip and I see you're making facial gestures and expressions. Just want to understand what were you intending to convey to whoever? I never spoke about the witness.
Inkantolo ithi ayikhulumanga ngofakazi nokuthi bekubanike noma uma kuwukuthi kukhona lokho kukusho bekuyini noma lokho kuhlose ukuthi ukusho uthi akakhulumanga ngofakazi uthi ukhuluma nje ngalokho akubonayo la ku video ujudge.
hayi angisakhumbula ukukhuluma ngoba sixoxa.
I can't remember what it is that we're talking about because there is a lot that we are discussing pointing to where they are seated.
Yes, Mr. Chololo.
Ngahlala.
Any submissions regarding what is happening in the clip about your client?
Thank you, my lord. I have consulted with Mr. Ntuli regarding this clip, my lord. The problem we had firstly is that there are no utterances that we could hear from the video clip.
Have you heard of sign language? It's now official. It's an official language, sign language. Right, you heard me. So?
Yes, and then when I was asking him as to what was he doing, the Mr. Ntuli, my lord, denies that he was referring to the witness when he was speaking with the gesture depicted in the video clip. As you can see, my lord, that he was speaking next to number 4, who was next to him, not that he was speaking to the witness.
Okay, fine. Mr. Baloi?
As the court pleases, my lord, from the clip it can be seen that there's a gesture of a pulling of a trigger, and to me, my lord, that is very serious.
He says you are just speaking.
Yes. At this stage, my lord, we just request the court to bring it to the attention of all the accused that interfering with any witnesses might amount to contempt of court in facie curiae, and that they should desist from such conduct.
Okay.
Yes. And I can refer the court to this handbook by Snyman Criminal Law, 7th edition.
Just read that for us.
At page 287.
Let's interpret for the accused.
Inkantolo isenikeza ke ithuba ummeli wakho Mr. Ntuli uthi ke unyena khuluma-ke nababili waphika-ke wena ukuthi nje kukhona lokhu ubukusho noma ukubhekisa-ke kuyena ufakazi ola enkantolo ubukhuluma kodwa-ke nalo oseduze kwakho ku-accuse number 4. Umshushisi-ke uma senikezwe ithuba nayo uyaphendula-ke uthi kuyabonakala lapha yaphike ukuthi-ke kukhona la utshengisa khona noma-ke wenza uphawu khona-ke lokudonsa noma lokuphula i-trigger uthi into ayibonile-ke leyo umshushisi usecela inkantolo-ke manje ukuthi ikhiphe isixwayiso kubo bonke abasolwa ukuthi ukuphazamisana nofakazi efakaza lana-ke ukuthi inkantolo ifanele inaziseke ukuthi lokho kungenzani noma kunamphumela yini.
Yes, Mr. Kolo.
God please, my Lord, says the Handbook of Snyman Criminal Law, 7th edition, where the learned author discusses contempt of court, and he defines it as follows. Contempt of court consists in unlawfully and intentionally violating the dignity, repute, or authority of a judicial body or a judicial officer in his judicial capacity, and he then discusses the various forms of contempt of court, both outside and in court. And when he discusses contempt of court in facie curiae, that is inside court, he mentions the following examples: interfering with witnesses or presiding officer. He says X commits contempt of court if he improperly influences or attempts to influence a judge, magistrate, assessor, party to a case, complainant or accused, and in this instance, witness, interpreter, or legal representative in a case, in the decision he has to make in the case, the evidence he has to give, this is our instance, or generally the way in which he has to conduct himself during the trial. The act may take the form of intimidating the person concerned, and this we submit, my Lord, is on all fours with what we, the clip that we have just shown. As indicated, my Lord, at this stage, we're not going to insist on a formal inquiry. We just want the court to admonish all the accused that such conduct must fall foul of the law and constitute contempt of court in facie curiae.
Fine, Mr. Rapelesi, before you, Ramasipidi, sorry, any comment as an officer of this court about the strictures of the law which Mr. Balui has read for us? Any comment?
As the court pleases, my Lord, I was also made aware before we came to chambers, my Lord, and upon our return, I did also speak to accused number 1 and 2 about the required conduct in court, my Lord, as the court pleases.
Mr. Nisi?
As it is the court, my Lord, it is indeed so that trial should take place in an open and fair environment that is free from intimidation. However, in the context of the debate, it does sometimes happen that flares temper. What do they call it now? Flares temper or tempers flares. I think we should just request the accused people to refrain from doing that, because that affects the quality in which the witnesses will be giving their testimony. And vice versa, witnesses should also, if there are any witnesses, they should also be cautioned not to do or say something that would affect the emotions of the accused. Thank you very much. And I'm very grateful to the state, the manner in which it approached this matter. Thank you.
Mr. Mano?
My Lord, it was also brought to me this morning. I have also raised it with my client that they should, respect the decorum of the court. That is far I can take it. Thank you.
Mr. Cholo, want to add?
Thank you, my Lord. Just very few submissions, my Lord. I also appreciate, my Lord, what has been brought to the attention of this court, especially a reference to the Snyman criminal law, what is contained there regarding the behavior in which we should behave including our clients, as well as the witnesses in this court. However, my lord, I would also like to put it on record that if the state was serious and aware of what has been brought to the attention of this court, this ought to have been brought first time when Mr. Tumelo insulted at our clients, and the state did not do anything. So I appreciate what is being done now, so that the witnesses also, they will be told that they are not allowed to insult at our clients. As much as our clients also are not supposed to behave in any manner, the witnesses too should be warned for the same. And also, my lord, lastly, to say, regarding the actions when they are sitting in the witness at the box, maybe we need to get a clarity there whether they should not make any actions, something like that, my lord.
If you can go.
Thank you, my lord.
No problem.
Thank
Let me tell you, I've got 50 years experience in criminal law. And I'm just generally telling you this. I know all the tricks. I can tell you, I saw those gestures when the witness who did a turnabout under cross-examination by Mr.
The other day.
Yes, I was watching. I just kept quiet.
Thank you, my lord.
If you want to confirm this, you can ask the JP. I brought it to the attention of the JP. So I'm saying bad, please.
Thank you, my lord.
I'm not. Not this judge.
Indeed, my lord, we are indebted to the court generally, and unfortunately, my lord, for some of us, we don't have eyes at the back, so we just focused.
I'm just saying, I noticed it. Okay. I noticed it. You must know that.
Inkantolo seyinikeza bonke ke abameli benu ithuba ukuthi baphefumuleke emuva kokuthi umshushisi esefundile ukuthi umthetho uthinike ngendlela yokuyiphatha enkantolo yabasolwa abamangalelwa abofakazi kukhulunyiwe futhi njengabo bonke abantu basebenza enkantolo ngizwile kukhulunywa futhi nangaye uToleka, so indlela nje yomuntu wonke ukuthi ayiphathe enkantolo bathi ke banemeke ngalokho ukuthi kulethiwe, kodwa ke wabesengeza basho abameli benu ukuthi bakhulumile nani ukuthi ke kufanele kwenziweni ke enkantolo. Wasengeza ke uadvocate Mshololo ukuthi ke nabofakazi bayacela kunabo ukuthi ke babe nendlela ke yokukhulumisana nabamangalelwa enkantolo uma bekukuthi banikeze ngobufakazi babo. Okunye kongezile futhi ujaji ke ukuthi nangaleli yalanga ke kwakunomunye umfakazi wayekhona lana uma ngaphosisike ngicabanga ukuthi khulunywa ngayo ukuthelezi ukuthi wabona ke nangalelo langa futhi ukuthi kukhona kwenziwe, kodwa wathatha nje isinqumo sokuthi uzothula ngeke ukuthi uyafuna nje nikwazi lokho ukuthi wabona nangalelo langa kufakaza ukuthelezi ukuthi kukhona kwakwenziwe ngathi ukuthelezi eseshintsha ke inkulumo yakhe.
Okay, thanks. I'll just leave it at that. Yes, Mr. Benoit.
As a court, please, my lord, we can also confirm that what the court has remarked now regarding the other witness, Mr. Buthelezi, that was also brought to our attention.
No, I saw it.
Hence, we felt that that the accused should be admonished about such conduct.
I saw it. I just kept quiet. That's why I mentioned it. Okay, Mr. Baloy, let's start.
As requested by the state, my lord, we just request that the accused be admonished and be made aware that such conduct will in future perhaps might attract
sanctions.
The contempt of court process.
Yeah, only accused are warned to desist. Disturbing the decorum of this court whilst witnesses are giving evidence. No gestures should be directed at the witnesses.
Bayaxwayiswa bonke abasola ukuthi ngathi ke ufakazi noma ofakazi benikeza ngobufakazi kungabikho ke abakwenzayo ukuphazamisana nofakazi nkathi ethuka ubufakazi bakhe enkantolo.
I read the case for all the accused counsels, R versus Hepworth of 1928, which says a criminal case is not a joke. Not a joke. Serious matter.
Kunecala ke la ngo-1928 ka-Hetworth ebengifundele bonke abameli benu-ke ukuthi-ke enkantolo akusiyona-ke indawo la kwenziwa khona-ke amahlaya or
Okay.
serious court.
So you want accordingly?
Nexwayiswa-ke.
Yes, Mr. Magadi.
As a court, please, my lord, the witness can come in.
Yeah, you still on the oath, sir?
Usengaphansi kwaso isifungo busithathe izolo ba.
Yebo.
Understood, my lord. Singahlala.
Yes, Mr. Malloy.
As a court, please, yesterday when we adjourned, you were still telling the court about the photos of the accused that you've received. You can continue from there.
Izolo-ke uma sesiqedela-ke sekuphele isikhathi-ke ukusakhuluma ngazo-ke iy'thombe zabasolwa owayithola noma owayitholile usungaqhubeka-ke ukusuka khona lapho.
You will still explain as to how you received those photos.
Ubusachaza-ke ukuthi iy'thombe lezo wayithola kanjani.
Iy'thombe engangiyitholile ngayithola kwifoni kaGwabini.
The pho-
Bese ngiyisendela kweyami ifoni.
Okay. The photos that I received them from Gwabini's phone. I then sent them to my phone.
And when was that?
Kwakunini lokho?
Noma ngakhumbula i-date kodwa kwakuyisikhathi sidibene eThembisa.
Although I can't remember the date, but it was at the time when we had met in Tembisa.
Which year, more or less?
Kuphi unyaka?
2019.
2019.
Did you take any action as a result of those photos? Did you do anything with them?
Kukhona owakwenza ngazo lezo zithombe lezo.
Yebo.
Yes.
Yes. And which accused are you referring to here?
Ibaphi abasolo khuluma ngabo la?
Accused number 1 and number 2.
Accused number 1 and number 2. So la uqala kanye nowesibili.
Yes. And what did you do with those photos?
Waye wenzani-ke ngalezo zithombe lezo?
Ngayikhipha ifonini yami ngo-general ayifuna ukuyibona.
I then downloaded them and took them from my phone because the general wanted to see them.
Which general?
Muphi general?
General Leshabane.
Lishabane.
Yes.
Yebo. Singaqhubeka.
Yes. Yes. What did you do with those photos?
Waye wenzani ngalezo
You
zithombe?
say you downloaded them. What did you do?
Then ngayibonisa yena.
And then showed him the pictures.
Who?
Ubani?
General.
General Lishabane.
Okay. And can you just explain what was the purpose of showing him the pictures?
Awusho nje kwakuyini-ke inhloso yokumtshengisa iy'thombe lezo?
Ayifuna ukubona abasolwa izithombe ukuthi ngaba abasolwa ukukhuluma ngabo.
He wanted to see the suspects in pictures as to which suspect was I talking about.
And just lastly, Mr. Zungu, you mentioned that you did partake in some alcohol on the particular evening. What was the state of your sobriety?
Ushilo-ke ukuthi nani noma wawuphuza ngaleli langa leliyana-ke ngathi isimo sakho-ke nanjengoba wawuphuzile-ke wawukwisiphi isimo?
Ngiphuzile kodwa ngangaphuzanga idawa.
I think that I had consumed some alcohol, but not too, but I wasn't drunk.
Thank you, my lord. That is all.
Is that it? Yes, Mr. Ramosekedi.
Mr. Court, please, is my lord. I thought Mr. Magadi was going to move.
You thought what?
He was going to be a bit long, so I didn't set up my conditions. Now, sir, you testified that at some stage when you were at Vosloorus hostel, you were asked to move your car out of the way because you had parked somebody in. You did that, and in the process, you removed a bag. You removed a bag from your car, put your service pistol in it, and the car keys, and then you went inside Gwabeni's place, correct?
Ubufakazi bakho ushilo ke ukuthi la ophake khona awuphake ukuthi ukhona ke lo owumvalele wasuhamba ke lapho kuleso simoto leyo wakhipha khona ke ibag ya isikhwama sakho isibhamu sakho sasemsebenzini wase ubuyela ngaphakathi kokwabeni. Yebo. Yes.
And further that you then gave Gwabeni the bag containing the firearm, the service pistol, and the car keys for him to store it for you, correct?
Wase uma songena ngaphakathi ke wanikeza yena ke uGwabeni isikhwama leso ke esasinesibhamu sakho kanye nekey zemoto ukuthi ayibambe.
Isibhamu sasikini, ibag yayibuye amnikeza lethi isibhamu.
The firearm was with me. He had the bag, and then I later on gave him the firearm.
Okay. So, just for clarity's sake, that firearm, when you give it to him, did he place it in that bag that you also gave him, or he stored it separately away from the bag?
Uma usumnikeza isibhamu leso ke ingaba wasithatha isibhamu wasifaka kusona isikhwama lesi ubumnikeze sona kuqala noma wabeka isibhamu komihlangothi wasebeka isibhamu komihlangothi?
Ngabeka isikhwama kuqala isibhamu sabakile isikhathi eside sahleli.
Okay, I first placed the bag there, and then for the longer time the firearm was in my possession. Yebo.
Okay. But eventually you gave him the firearm to stay for you.
When we started drinking, I then left the firearm with him.
But what I want to get to is that firearm, was it placed in the very same bag that you gave him that had your car keys?
Manje engifuna ukwazi kuwena ukuthi angithi manje isikhwama besesikuyena vele uma usumnikeza isibhamu ke manje ngabe usithathile isibhamu wasifaka kulesi isikhwama besesikuyena vele noma wasibeka nje
angiboni ukuthi mhlawumbe wasifaka ku-bag noma kuthiwa wasifaka ngabe wasifaka kodwa ngamnikeza isibhamu esayidini.
I don't think that he placed the firearm in the bag. If it is so, then he must have done that on his own, but I gave the firearm to him aside.
Now just give me the setting of, because I want to understand the context of that area where you were at, Gwabeni's room, the common use area that is inclusive of the kitchen. Can you describe that for me so that I've got an idea of what was happening? Because you said there was partying, there was drinking, there was ingoma, a dance and meat and all of that.
Kona konke ke lokushilo ukuthi kwakugidwa ke kwakudliwa inyama kwakuphuzwa konke lokho sengifuna nje ukwazi ke uma ungachaza le ndawo le inanihlezi kuyona ke ukuthi ile ndawo le inanihlezi kuyona usihlanganisa ukuthi indawo ekanjani.
Njoba ngishilo ngithi ihostel le indawo enespace esivulekile for abantu bonke ikamero eli lomuntu kaGwabi njengalo liqonda le nayo le indawo eyihall.
As I've said, that the hostel is an open space and a bigger space for everyone, and then Gwabeni's bedroom is facing the halls. In other words, when you're at the hall, you're facing Gwabeni's bedroom.
And from there, because you had a firearm that was stored that you had to keep an eye on because there was lots of movement, and that's a state pistol. How far were you seated from Gwabeni's room in relation to that common area, the kitchen, so that you can observe perhaps somebody going into Gwabeni's room?
Nanjengoba ke kwakuyisibhamu somsebenzi lesi isibhamu sombuso kwaye futhi ke ufuneke ke kwafanele ukuthi usiqaphile la ohlezi khona ke wawukude kangakanani ke nekamera leliyana likwaGwabeni la ukuthi isibhamu noma ungakwazi ukuthi ubone.
njengoba ngangihleli la mangifika sifika ngasaphuza ngabeshiya isibhamu fike sahlala saxoxa bephuzwa ngaleso sikhathi abanye bebephuza.
Okay, where I was seated, it is not a matter of as we arrived or as I arrived, we started drinking. We sat down, we had some conversation, others were drinking. Yebo.
Emva kwalokho ngathi mangiphuma ngoba lokho ngibuze ngibeka isibhamu sami ngangibalekela ukuthi mangiphuma naso ngoba sasikile kwangenzeka umuntu afika asidonse aphume naso.
Now
ngakho ngabona ngoba sesiphuzile manje ngiyochama ingenzeka kube khona osidonsayo.
Now when I went out, the reason why I decided to leave the firearm on my way out, I was thinking that maybe, because now we had already started drinking, when I went out to relieve myself or to urinate, someone might pull it. Hence I decided to leave it.
And when you hand the firearm, stress that I'll come to that. Tell me about illumination in that area, the kitchen area plus Kwabeni's room at the time.
La enanihlezi khona kanye nekamera lana kwaGwabeni ke awusho ukuthi ukhanya kwakukanjani ukhanya.
Njoba ngangihleli ngibheka umnyango kaGwabini sho ngangibona yonke into eyenzakalayo wonke umuntu ongena ekamereni kaGwabini uphuma khona uyenza lokho wonke kwakwenza ekamereni kaGwabini ngangubona ingakho ngangihleli.
Hence I was seated where I was seated. I was in a position to see everything that was happening in Kwabeni's bedroom. Anyone was going out, going into the bedroom, coming out of it. I was in a position to see everything happening in that bedroom.
Yes, but I'm talking about illumination, where the lights in the area, in that common use area.
La enanihlezi khona sengikhuluma manje ke ngama lights ukuthi kwakhanya yini kwakungama lights ayekhona yini. Obviously there were lights.
And when you hand the firearm to Gwabini, was it in its holster or did you give him the bare firearm?
Nkathi umnikeza uGwabini umnikeza isibhamu lesi sikwi holster noma wamnikeza nje sona sisodwa?
Ngamnikeza sona sisodwa.
The bare firearm.
Did Gwabini have a safe to store a firearm for you?
Ingaba wayene safe yini uGwabini ukuthi angagcinela isibhamu?
Isiqinisekiso salokho anginaso kodwa ngamnikeza ukuthi akwazi ukuyikhipha endlini yakhe ngoba kwakhiyekile futhi kwakungena nongangena ngenye access ngaphandle kokuthi angene la angene phambili.
Uthe awuyazi wena no yeke but awazi ukuthi wayene safe. Yes, about the safe I have no knowledge about the safe, but what I know is that the bedroom was locked. There was no other access, so anyone wanted to enter that bedroom I had to go through that door.
And did he show you exactly where he stored the firearm for you?
Ingabe wakhombisa yini la isibhamu asithathe wasibeka khona?
Akamtshengisanga kodwa ngangazi ukuthi sisendlini ngoba bangenawo drop.
He didn't show me, but I knew that it was in the house because there was no wardrobe.
Now, as a police officer, you were trained in firearms, safekeeping, storage, and the like, correct?
Nanjengephoyisa ngithi wakuthola uqeqeshwa ngokuphatha isibhamu ngokukhipha ngokugcina isibhamu si-safe nokustora.
Yebo.
Yes.
And you also knew that it's a criminal offense for somebody to store a firearm for you when it's not stored in a safe, strong room or other device details of the Firearms Control Act when the firearm is not in your possession.
As a court, please, my lord, we object to that kind of, or at least the witness should be warned that there's no obligation on him to answer any question that might incriminate him.
Yes. You say the witness is immune from self-incrimination because he's got rights in terms of Section 35 F of the Constitution.
Yes.
So you're obliged to warn him first.
Yes, he did so
that he can exercise his rights to silence if he wants to. Or he can answer you after you told him, no problems.
Okay, sir. Now, let me draw that question and ask it again. I'm going to ask you a question that may perhaps lend you into a problem with the law.
Angiqala lana ke ngithi ngizobuza umbuzo osengakufaka noma ongenzeka ukuthi ungakufaka enkingeni emthethweni.
And in terms of section 35(3)(d), 35 generally, not specific sections, you've got the right to remain silent, you've got the right to have a lawyer of your own choice.
Please. The act doesn't say that.
Yeah.
He's not arrested.
Oh, let me leave that. Okay, all right, let me leave that. You've got the right not to answer a question that incriminates you. If you don't want to comment, you cannot comment. If you can, you may.
Lo mbuzo ke kuwena ke ukuthi uphenduleke uma ubona ukuthi cha awufuna ukuthi noma akusiyona ke inhloso yakho ukuthi uphendule ungashoke kanjalo.
I was giving him the warrant officers. Sorry about that. So, just this question. It's not a lot of questions that deals with incrimination. Just this one. And the question is this.
Sorry. What is his answer? That's the warning.
Kulesixwayiso osinikezwayo uthini?
Yeah, uyasizwa?
I hear it, my lord.
So can I pose the question to you, then you decide whether you want to answer it or you remain silent?
I'll decide once you have asked the question.
No, could you decide before you answer the question?
Umehluleka ucela ukuthi udecide manje ke ngaphambi kokuthi ubuze umbuzo.
If umbuzo ubhekisa kimi ngicela ungawuphendula.
If it's a question directed at me, I'm asking not to answer it.
I respect that. Now, did Gwabini possess a license in order for him to store that firearm for you?
Ingabe uGwabeni wayenelicense yini emnikeza ke imvume noma igunya lokuthi loso sibambe leso akubambele noma agcinele sona?
Angazi. Angicabanga ukuthi nayo.
I don't know. I don't think he has it.
Now, you testified that at some stage you left that area to go to Top's bottle store to buy alcohol when you went to the
Naya at Tops nyothenga khona ke utshwala. Ingabe uma usuhamba noma senihamba niya at Tops wahamba yini wayosikhipa isibhamu ngoba angithi vele kufanele sibe kuwena?
Ngiphendula lapho ngesikhathi ngihamba nge-Tops isibhamu sasisekile.
When I went to Tops, the firearm was still with me.
And now let's move on because of the Section 35 notices, questions. I'll move on away from them. Now your testimony is that at Gwabini's place, and to use your example, it was busy, it was fun, it was revelry, it was music, it was dance, it was food, and the like, and with lots of comings and goings, correct?
Ushilo ukuthi kuningi nje okwakwenzeka lapha kwaGwabini, kuningi nje kwakumnandi, kwakugidwa, kwakuyingoma nje, kwakudliwa inyama. Ushilo nje uthi kwakubhizi nje bephuma abantu bengena abanye.
Yebo?
Yes.
According to your estimation, and I'm not telling you to a number, how many people were there at that place, in that revelry party, whatever?
Uma usungaqagela nje ungathi babe bangaki abantu ababe lapha yana kuleya ndawo ngaleliya langa?
Ngiyakhona ukuqagela ngoba ngithi abantu babengena babephuma kodwa kwangabantu abaningi sazazana nabo abantu bangasekhaya.
I wouldn't be able to guess or to estimate. As I said that people were coming in and going out, and it was a lot of people and people that we knew that were coming from back home where we are coming from.
And your testimony then becomes that around 9 p.m. you then observe or noticed accused number 1, 2, and 3. Is that 3 coming back and from somewhere and going into Gwabini's room, correct?
Kushilo ke ukuthi ngaboma 9 yila ubone khona ke umsolo wokuqala, owesibili, owesithathu bebuya ke la ababebuya khona base beyongena ekamereni lakhe uGwabini.
Yebo?
Yes.
And you say that your suspicion was aroused. What caused you to be suspicious of people coming back and all of that?
Kushilo ke ukuthi yila ose waba nensolo khona ke yini ke eyabangela ukuthi ube nensolo abantu bebuya la ababebuya khona?
Njoba ngishilo ngangihleli ngoba ngangazi ukuthi erumini kaGwabini kunesibhamu sami, ingakho ngangihleli la ngibheke wonke umuntu odlulayo yakhona nophumayo nongenayo
As I said that where I was seated, I was facing Gwabini's room, and I was looking at each and every person that was going in and out of that bedroom. Yebo.
Ingakho ngakwazi ukubabona mabengena beya kulo leli camera. Ingakho futhi ngasukuma ngabalandela ngoba ngangathi ngesibhamu sami.
Hence, then I was able to see them as they were going to that bedroom, and I then stood up and followed them, knowing very well that in that bedroom my firearm was there.
So in essence, are you telling me that the aim was to go and secure your firearm, correct?
Wena okwakusukumisa kwakuwukuthi nje uyoqinisekisa ukuthi isibhamu sakho sisecure.
Yebo ngoba bangena belandelana beya kuleli camera ingakho nangasukuma ngaya kulo.
Yes, because as they entered, they were following each other and they went to that bedroom. Hence, I stood up and also went there.
And further, according to your testimony, is that you observed accused number 1 in possession of a .38 revolver. I'm not familiar with guns. Is it a .38 revolver?
Yes. Sure, number 1, then a .38 revolver.
And another person in possession of a 9mm. Who was that?
9mm.
Accused number 3.
Msolo wesithathu.
Can you describe the 9mm that you observed?
Ungayichaza le 9mm owayibona?
Njoba ngichazile ukuthi mhlambe isibhamu nolwazi lwaso ngiyakwazi ukuchaza ukuthi lesi yisiphi ngesikhathi seside. Njoba ngisho ukuthi 9mm, i9mm ne38 ihlukile ayifani.
Okay. As I said previously that I've got knowledge of firearms, but now because of the fact that it's been a long time since the incident occurred, but I could say that this was a 9mm, this was a .38 revolver, and because the two firearms are not the same or they don't look the same. Yeah.
Ingakho ngithi wayiphethe 9mm omunye iphethe 38.
Hence I'm saying that he was in possession of a 9mm and the other one was in possession of a .38.
But you can't tell us the make and model or the make of that 9mm.
Yeah, make and again 9mm ngeyichaza.
Ngeke ngikwazi ukuyichaza because ngangayithathanga ngayibheka kodwa ngayithatha nje kuye ngiyibuka ngabona ukuthi 9 le angifuna ngikwazi ukuthi yenziwe yini neRico or yipi company kodwa ngabuka nje ukuthi sibhamu 9mm then ngi38.
I just looked at the firearm and I was able to see that it was a 9mm, but as to whether it was a Norinco or what, I didn't inquire about that. I could see that this was a 9mm and this was a .38.
And could you describe the .38 revolver that you saw?
Ungayichaza yona i.38 le owayibona.
Umehluko ku-38 ne9mm ukuthi 38 nesondo.
The difference between the 9mm and the .38 is that the .38 has got a wheel
and 38 ayingenanhlamvu.
And the .38 had no bullet. Inhlamvu noma inhlamvu.
Oh, inhlamvu.
Okay, it had no bullets.
Okay. So in other words, the 9mm was loaded.
Yeah, loaded yona
9mm. I was interested with 38.
Oh, okay.
Right. I didn't open the 9mm. I was interested in the .38.
Okay. And your further testimony then is that you observe the same persons accused number 1 and 3 handing the said firearms to Gwabini, correct?
Uthi wase ubabona ke yena number 1 kanye no number 3 benikeza ngazo le igama lesi benikeza uGwabini.
Yebo?
Yes.
And why, in your opinion, were they handing those firearms to Gwabini?
Ngovolo wakho kwakungani benikeza ngalezo igama benikeza yena uGwabini?
Ingakho ngithi nami ingakho ngabuza ukuthi why bephethe izibhamu.
Hence I said that is the reason why I inquired. Why are they in possession of firearms?
And did you get a joy of a response from either of the gentlemen?
Ngabe waphendula yini ke kulo mbuzo wakho?
Ngokusho kwabo angibangisafuna ukuthi abangiphendule ngabe sengibathethisa nje.
As they said it or as they mentioned it, I didn't even want to know further. I just scolded them.
let's move on and deal with this aspect of the beginning of your evidence in chief yesterday. You testified that you know, is it all or some of the accused persons in court?
Umqala unikeza ngokufakazi ke izolo ingabe uthe ubazi bonke abamangaleli noma basola laba noma wazi abathize kubona.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ngalelo langa wonke umuntu ekhona noma athiwa ngangamazi noma ngangamkhumbuli kodwa kwamkhumbuza bona.
I think that what I said is that on that day, even if I knew the person or I was in a position not to be able to remember the person, but they themselves reminded me.
Especially amagama abo.
Especially their names.
Just for contextual purpose, where are you, if it's a security concern, don't answer it. Where are you from KwaZulu-Natal?
Uma kuukuthi ke kunezathu zokuvikeleka usho ke ungawuphenduluke kodwa bengifisa nje ukwazi ukuthi eKZN ubuya kuphi nendawo.
Ngizocela ngakuphendule.
Okay. The question not to answer that.
And then let me do it this way. I don't want to risk your security at all.
Angisho nje kanjena akushona nje inhloso yami ukuthi ke ngabeka nje engiphendule impilo yakho noma security yakho.
That area where you grew up from in KwaZulu-Natal, where you say you grew up, and I'll talk about accused number 1 and 2 only. Did you grow up in that area or as a young man until you came to work as a police officer in Johannesburg, or you moved early on from that area to come and stay in Johannesburg?
Lapho ke ngizothi kwena la owakhulela khona ke ngiphinde futhi ukuthi akusona inhloso yami ukuthi ngibeke impilo yakho engiphenyi malana la usuka khona ukhulele khona ke lesikakhulukazi ngikhulumela ke umsolo wokuqala kanye nowesibili ukuthi ke ukhule lapho kwaze kwafika kwisigaba ke la efanele manje usuzosebenza khona ke eGoli noma wahamba ke ngaphambili kokuthi usebenze ingxenye yempilo yakho wazoyihlala la eGoli ngaphambi kokuthi usebenze.
Bengahlali nabo.
I wasn't staying with them.
I
would go there because it's my home.
And for example, when did you leave home? Work or study this side, whatever. What I want to find out is the gap that you last saw the persons that you say they were your neighbors. I may have forgotten their names. I was reintroduced to in Vosloorus.
Ngifuna nje ukwazi noma ubheka isikhathi ukuthi kwaba isikhathi esingakanama igebe elingakanani ke ukuthi uhambe nini noma ukuthi weza ngala uzofunda noma uzosebenza. Nje ngifuna ubheka isikhathi ukuthi labantu laba uthi wabakhunjuzwa uma sewuhlangana nabo ke eVosloorus ukuthi kwakuyigebe elingakanani usungababoni la ukuthi kwaku